From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
It's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I have Damnit Maurie's diary here from 1998. Hey,
Excuse me?
Yeah, come on in here, Maury.
What are you snooping?
No, he gave it to me.
For what?
Because
like a gift?
You know how Maury keeps everything, right?
Yeah.
So Maury gave me his diary and was like, here, maybe there's something in here. What period was this from, Maury? You were 20 years old, right?
Yes, and I was
Well,
dating.
why did you hesitate? When were you born?
1978.
And when did I just say this was from?
What did you say? 98.
90. You wrote it.
Yeah.
You're the one that.
I wrote it back then.
Yeah, but you put the dates on it, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were 20 years old, right?
Sure. Yes.
And so, what period of life is this?
Okay, just moving out with first real boyfriend.
Okay, so I don't know how much of this.
And you had come out already, right? Like
Yes,
everybody
I did.
knew? Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like your dad knew and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we will get into this. And so this was the period, Maury, of your life with your first live-in boyfriend. Is that the deal?
That's right.
You guys had just moved in. Now, is this the guy that you told us that you had, instead of one bed, you had twin beds and the headboards were head to head?
Head to head. Not even like Bert and Ernie side to side. It was head to head.
Did you guys give each other a kiss like before bed, like good night?
How would you do that?
Through the bars. Prison style.
Before you got into your
Prison style.
before you
Yeah.
climbed into your bunk and he climbed into his.
Nah.
You didn't?
No.
No.
Oh, did you write in your diary? I don't know if you looked ahead, Roz. Maybe you could tell me.
I've read
But,
I've read the whole thing.
Is it an everyday thing?
It goes over the course of, I guess, maybe about a month period of his life.
I have so many questions.
We can give
but
you
I can wait.
We can give you a couple sneak previews if you want to shoot a text or give us a call.
I have one quick
Can't
question.
go through everything.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I have one quick question. Hopefully you can answer.
Yeah.
Are all the entries in Maurie's diary from 98 when he was living with his first live-in boyfriend?
Right.
Are all the entries about that relationship? About the guy? Or are these all entries that are kind of like scattered? Random things happening in Maurie's life?
Most of them are about your then boyfriend, right, Maure?
That's right.
But like, I'll give you one example here. Maury, at 20 years old, on June 1st, 1988, wrote, Nana came over to help me fold clothes.
And then what happened?
Wait, that's the entire entry?
And organize the closet.
Wow. Look at you. You're living it up.
Also, Justin went out. He didn't want to meet her.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
We have Damnit Maurie's diary from 1998. He was 20 years old, had just moved out, was living with a guy, his boyfriend. What was his name, Maury? Justin, for the very first time. This is the story of the period of Maury's life that you've heard about so many times over the years, when he was living with that guy where they had separate beds, but in one room. And instead of the beds sort of being side by side, Bert and Ernie style, the beds were head to head, like headboard to headboard. So they couldn't even see each other while they slept. And so I have his diary.
And can I just say, there was room to put them side by side.
We didn't think he lived in a tube. Most rooms would have enough
Did you
room
ever
to
suggest
put
putting the
two
beds side by
Of course
side?
I did.
And what was
Yeah.
his answer?
He said, this way it's better.
Yeah. Anyway, it's all in the diary. If you have any questions before we get there, feel free to give us a call or shoot us a text.
A question that we got through text: did Maury take out his diary purposely because he's thinking about his ex?
Oh,
Well, I am now, but it was because we were cleaning.
God, man, why would you even keep this stuff around? To me, this is nothing but trouble.
I know.
This is nothing but trouble to even have any of this in the house. Any of it.
Yeah.
I keep everything.
Can we go to line one real
Yes,
quick?
please.
Carrie is on line one. Go ahead.
Hey, I have a question about Maurie's diary because this is really juicy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, go.
So I want to know, is this going to be a case where Matthew doesn't even know the diary exists and he's going to be at home having a heart attack when he starts reading these details?
Okay.
Or has he told him?
What's your name?
It's Carrie Stewart.
Carrie, I am so glad you asked that question because I wrote down in my notes here to ask about Damnit Matthew because I had the exact same question. Maurie, does your husband know that this diary exists?
He has seen the diary.
Has he read the diary?
He read the diary?
He has not read the diary. He tried to read the diary, but then I diverted his attention.
Right. This is just like sex life. I don't want to know. You know what I mean? Yes. We know what diaries can use. He's going to be at the gym finding your old boyfriend in the shower.
It's not hard to miss this diary if you've seen this thing.
Yeah.
So Damnit Matthew knows the diary exists. You said he's seen it, but he's only seen the cover. And he's asked you questions about it or no?
He asked what it was.
Oh, okay.
And I said I found an old diary that I kept.
And then did he ask you what's inside the diary? And you obviously lied. And
he
you
did.
lied.
And I said, what do you want for dinner?
Okay. So here, I'll give you, can you bleep this out? Because I don't want to give too much away, but who are you on the phone again? What's your name?
It's Carrie.
Carrie, but I have to give Carrie something just so you know where we're going to go with this, okay?
Okay.
Mocha, you're going to have to bleep this for everybody else listening, but Carrie, you get the sneak peek.
I love it.
Okay. July 10th, 1998. Are you kidding me?
My God! Are you serious?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So it's almost diary time. Maurie, get in here, please. My love.
Yo, why are you biting your nails so much in there?
Uh-huh.
Did you read ahead, Roz?
No.
Oh.
So I have Maurie's diary from 1998, and in just a couple minutes, we're going to get into some of what went on. And we've talked about this period of Maurie's life so frequently on the show over the years. This is when the famous story of Maurie, when he moved out of the house with his dad for the first time, got a boyfriend. Justin was his name, right?
That's right, yeah.
And this is the apartment that they lived in when he and Justin had twin beds, but the twin beds weren't beside each other. They were like head to head, like headboard to headboard in some weird barrack style arrangement.
Hey, is
very
there a
sensual,
chance,
huh?
Is there a chance that that Justin has heard us talking about this and he's going to be listening now?
Well, he's never messaged me or anything, so I think we're fine.
No.
I don't know, man.
I think we're fine. A couple things that you should know. By the way, if you have any questions, shoot us a text at 925-555 or 416, what is it, 870?
8888.
Sorry, I'm so enthralled. I'm so deep into Maurie's diary here. First of all, a couple things that I will give you before we get into it. Maurie only ever refers to the diary when he's writing to it as Dear Mr. D. Period IARY. Dear
What?
Mr. D. Irie.
Okay, weird. Now, did you do that because you thought,
D. Irie.
like, just in case somebody like Justin found the diary, he wouldn't think that you were writing to the diary and it was actually
No,
somebody
because
named...
everybody, when they write it, it's like, they try and name their diary. So I thought the diary
that's what
would
you
be
came
named
up with?
D. Irie.
I wanted to start this diary to document my life now in case this becomes a bestseller.
Even back then, huh? Even back then, always scheming.
20-year-old Damnit Maurie, never doing anything from the heart. It's all for cash. Yeah. What this is a period of Maurie's life where he moved out of the house for the first time, moved in with his first boyfriend, and basically the entire short-lived relationship is chronicled in this journal. And
how many entries are we going to get to go through?
I'm going to go through as many as I can, probably 6 or 7 or 8.
Yeah. How many are there?
12 maybe, but I've sort of pared it down to the ones that really tell this story of, was this your first love, Maure?
It was.
Your first heartbreak?
Yes.
Wow.
Well,
The
no.
pause. The pause.
I mean, if we're going to count my mom leaving me, then this is the second.
Jeez, oh, wow.
Bro, that happened when you were 3, man.
Maury. Okay, Maury, next week I'm going to need the diary from 1983.
So we'll get into Damnit Maury's diary next.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Okay, so it's diary time. Damnit Maury, please join us. This is Damnit Maury's diary from 1998, the period where he was 20 years old, had just moved out of his house for the first time with his dad, was living with a guy for the first time, a guy named Justin.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when you guys had twin beds in the room, headboards head to head, not side by side.
Super weird.
Super weird.
Maybe we just didn't want anyone to think anything.
The diary is blue fur, if anybody's wondering.
Oh my God, you actually have it here?
Yeah, with a. I'll show you. I'll show you this.
Wow.
So this is going to give you a little glimpse of where this story goes with Maury in the diary and Justin in that period of life when he was 20, when he was living with a man for the first time. So Maury also put stickers in the book along with his writing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of stickers?
What does that sticker say?
What
does it say?
It's a silver sticker that simply reads faithful.
Right. So now you know where we're going with this. So I'm just going to start right into this more, and then if you want to add some color or context to any of this as we're going.
Before you start,
yes.
Did you start writing in your diary as soon as you started this relationship with Justin, or after you guys moved in and had spent time together?
Roz?
Day one.
Oh, okay.
Day one. Okay. May 12th, 1998. Can you believe it's day one on my own, living with Justin? I'm an adult now. I didn't know living with someone means separate beds. I assumed he would have gotten rid of his or mine, or we'd buy a new one to share. But he wants his own bed. May 5th, 1998. First off, how awesome is that new Lenny Kravitz CD?
So awesome, bro.
Justin made dinner only for himself. Said he was too tired to make enough for two. This, by the way, okay. This is 3 days into the relationship. Separate beds, and your boyfriend is already only cooking for himself.
You don't got a boyfriend, you got a roommate.
Thank you. Thank you. Justin only made dinner for himself because he said he was too tired to make enough for two. The new rule is to tell guests that we share a bed and that the second bed is for guests. So,
what? Already?
So
With the
if
rules?
people came over, oh no, that's our bed. This is if you stay over.
So if you had guests stay over, they would sleep in the same room?
We never had guests stay over.
No, but that was the theory? That was the lie that you guys
Well,
were
we lived.
going to...
Oh, I should tell you, it was a bachelor.
Oh, so there was no bedroom even.
Right, it was one big room. I don't know how important that is to the story.
June 1st, 1998. Nana came over to help me fold clothes and organize my closet. That's sexy. I put that part in.
Oh, okay.
Justin went out because he didn't want to meet her.
Damn.
He went over to his new friend Derek's house. They met at Boots nightclub on the dance floor. I made him a mixtape. June 2nd, 1998. Hey, D. Irie. That's how Maury writes diary. It's D.Irie. I-A-R-Y. Hey, D. Irie. I got home from working overnight at 7 a.m. Justin said, we have crabs.
No! Less than a month after you guys started dating.
He had a dirty, only Maury didn't say dirty, friend over who must have had them. Well, that's karma with a K. Maury spelled crabs with a K, by the way.
Yo, who was the friend? Was it Derek? Justin's new friend?
No.
Things to do. Buy new bowls. Call Dave.
Who's Dave?
Who's Dave?
Dave was my best friend.
Okay. D. Irie. Are you kidding me?
Yo, you forgot date.
There was no date here.
Oh, okay.
D. Irie. Are you kidding me? We have crabs? Also, why does he have some dude over when I'm not here? Does he not like me anymore? I found fake plastic spaghetti at an antique store. Next entry. D. Irie. Okay, so he's on the phone behind a closed door with a really long phone cord. Tonight we're going to Boots. Maybe we can talk there. Is Boots the club that he met the fella that gave you guys crabs?
Yeah, that was the only club.
Derek?
Derek. No, it was not Derek. It was another guy.
Another guy. This guy was dirty.
Yeah.
Sorry, D. I've not written much in a while. This is July 13th, 1998. Sorry, D. I've not written much in a while. Justin found you under my pillow.
Oh, no.
July 20th, 1998. Wait until I tell you I was right. Something was happening with him and Derek. I went with him to Boots, and I was getting a milkshake at the bar.
Ew. You had a milkshake at a nightclub, bro?
Thick. Yeah. I went with him to Boots, and I was getting a milkshake at the bar, and went back to the patio, and they were making out.
Oh, no! Justin, how dare you?
Dave pulled me back inside and said not to worry, that it's no big deal. Ugh, there is no such thing as a bigger deal. There's nothing worse in life than this. Final entry, July 23rd, 1998. He moved out. So awkward. His parents helped. I offered them tea. They took the Oreos.
We'll take this. Thank you. And that's it.
And that's it. That's the story of Damnit, Maurie and Justin with the twin beds.
Do we know if Justin and Derek ended up together?
They're still together.
They are still together.
They're still together.
Oh, so it was a love story after all.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So Kanye released a clip of a new track called No Child Left Behind. This was in a sort of minute-long feature / commercial for Beats by Dre, was it? I think that's what it was, to promote the Apple Music listening party for Kanye's new album, Donda, happening tomorrow. And it featured Sha'Carri Richardson, the Olympic track star who is not going to the Olympics after smoking pot. And let me know what you think of this track, because I want to get your opinions on it. So there's really not much to it.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can fully judge it, but let me know what sort of vibe you get from it. So this is something called No Child Left Behind.
Back again, I use my back against the wall. Never caught on y'all, never count on y'all, always count on God. He's done miracles on me. 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 He's done miracles on me.
Thoughts?
I think it's closer to the Kanye that I know. I feel like if this song, when the song continues, I'm hoping that there's like more rapping Kanye, because that's the Kanye that I love. It's okay. Like, if this is just a teaser, then there's potential.
Okay.
Like, this gives me a little bit more hope than the gospel album that he put out. And I have to keep reminding myself that his intention with the last album was gospel music and not a hip-hop, rapping, pop Kanye.
Do we know his intention for this yet?
We don't. That's the thing.
But I would say that from what we've been given just now, it is leaning a little bit more towards the gospel than it is the hip-hop Kanye.
Correct.
Right.
But there's still potential.
Is there a world where he can successfully marry both?
Absolutely.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there an audience for that?
That I don't know. It's not for me. If that's the world that he's going to venture into for this next album that drops on Friday, I'll give it one listen. I may not listen to it again.
Shem disagrees with you.
Really?
Yeah, I think Kanye has, because of his catalog and his career, I know he hasn't done a lot recently that's been successful. I think he's such a newsmaker. He's so talented as a producer and as an artist that people are going to give him a chance
A little bit more they did the last time?
Yes, especially because he's toned down the rants. And I think that turned a lot of people off for a while.
Yeah.
And he's toned it all down. Or at least you haven't heard from him for a
I'll
bit.
give him a chance.
Yeah.
Best I could do. I'm a Kanye fan. Like I said, the first 4 albums were like classics in my opinion. But then he kind of like went off the rails a little bit.
I feel that. Let me, if I can explain Kanye to white people. If I may, okay. I would like to
Everyone put your lemon meringue pies down for 1 second.
For 1 second, okay. We will get back to the quiche.
Pause on the tuna casserole.
Okay. We'll get back to it all. Okay. The way that I see you guys, speaking of Kanye, okay, in sort of white entertainment, I will say what it sounds like is the way that it was years ago when you were a huge Nicolas Cage fan at the height of his career, because Nicolas Cage was brilliant.
Okay.
And then Nicolas Cage went somewhere that nobody knew where he went.
Yep.
And we gave him chance after chance after chance because you knew that brilliance existed. And to me, this sort of seems like with the rants and the craziness and the everything else, you knew the brilliance was there. And every time Nick Cage did something new, we all showed up hoping that brilliance would eventually come back.
Yeah.
And it never did.
So if I'm following you correctly, Nick Cage is white Kanye?
Nick Cage is white Kanye. Listen, I may not be right, but it sure as hell ain't wrong.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, would your wife let you go to space?
Nah, probably not.
Nah.
If I brought it up, I don't think so.
Why? What would be the reason?
I think she would think that it's a little too dangerous.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
A little too risky.
Yeah.
I would love to go.
And let's say money's no object. Let's say you won a ticket in like a space ticket lottery thing.
I still think she wouldn't be happy.
Yeah.
She wouldn't be as supportive. I think she would be concerned.
Do you think you could overrule her in that, or do you think it's not worth it?
No, because I don't want to put her through the heartache. Like, I don't want her to be upset.
What if it was your dream?
But if I knew, like, okay, it's my dream.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I would love to go to space.
Of course you would.
It would be amazing. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But if I knew that making that decision would make her feel bad or like make her worry and have that much concern, then I wouldn't do it.
So Ashton Kutcher bought a
Would you?
ticket. No, I would never go to space. Oh. I wouldn't even bring it up to Catherine. Are you kidding me? I'm afraid of everything. You think I'm going on a rocket? Hell no. Yeah. Ashton Kutcher bought a ticket on Virgin Galactic's next flight.
He's going?
And he sold the ticket back to Virgin Galactic.
Oh, why?
Why do you think?
Oh, no. Mila Kunis?
Here's Ashton Kutcher.
No.
When I got married and had kids, my wife basically encouraged that it was not a smart family decision to be heading into space when we have young children. So I ended up selling my ticket back to Virgin Galactic, and I was supposed to be on the next flight, but I will not be on the next flight. But at some point, I'm going to space.
Smartest thing you ever did.
Yeah.
Smartest thing you ever did.
Yeah, good for you, Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Like,
can't. Oh, God, man.
I would just, you know what would ruin the experience? Or what would, not ruin, what would be on my mind throughout the entire experience would be my family worrying.
Right.
That's all I would be concentrating on.
Right.
And I don't want to put my family through that.
And you're going to get home and she's not even going to ask how it was. She's just going to tell you all the things you didn't do around the house while you were in space.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Then you're going to have to go and take care of the garage.
Yeah. I had to put the green bin out.
Yeah, it's not cool.
It was really heavy this week.
It's not cool. Yeah.
I had to flatten all the Amazon boxes.
No, Catherine will never, I can guarantee you this, Catherine will never be in a position to ever have an opinion on whether I should go to space or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because I will never go to space.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a topic of.
No, I won't do anything. Like, she never has to worry. I hurt myself all the time, right? Because I do stupid things.
Yeah.
But I don't do risky things. Like, I'm not.
And that is like,
Bruh.
beyond any
Bruh.
type of risk factor
Right.
in your world.
Right. Not to mention it's $250,000.
Well, there's that too.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I guess, when's Jeff Bezos flying into space?
This week?
Tomorrow?
Oh, yeah,
He's
tomorrow.
He's going
Yeah,
up
yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah.
So he was just on Good Morning America this morning talking about going into space because, listen, he's not the first billionaire to do it now because Richard Branson did it
last week,
right? So Jeff Bezos is going to be number 2. So this is Jeff Bezos because he's going up with his brother Bezos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, how many other people?
I think like 3 or 4, maybe. I don't actually know, but it's like a tiny little capsule. I think maybe
Richard Branson's like, been there, done that.
right? He's still drunk from Celebrate, right? Whatever, Jeff. Go ahead.
What is it like now to know that this dream is finally coming true?
Well, Michael, it's so exciting. You know, tomorrow morning, this crew is going to go to space, and I have just been dreaming about this really my whole life, but I don't know what it's going to mean for me. You know, I don't know. I'm very curious about what tomorrow's actually going to bring. Everybody who's been to space says it changes them in some way, and I'm just really excited to figure out how it's going to change me. People say they see the thin limb of the Earth's atmosphere. It teaches them how fragile and precious the planet is, how there are no boundaries. I don't know what it's going to do, but I'm excited to find out.
What if he gets up there and, like,
becomes a good human?
No. And, like, Branson, like, sends something else up there, right? With a big sign that says Branson
Like he
was
left
here.
something in space?
Yeah, Branson was here, and was is spelled W-U-Z.
I got to play you this clip of these 2 people trolling Jeff Bezos. So Bezos he was walking down a sidewalk and there was a couple, like a husband and wife or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, sitting on a patio. And Jeff Bezos just walks down the sidewalk as they're sitting on a patio. And they start chirping him as he walks down the sidewalk. Listen to this.
Hey, Jeff, do you feel bad when your Amazon workers die in the warehouse sometimes?
Oh, no.
Hey, Jeff, nice lazy eye. I wish money could fix that.
Well, come
People
on.
hate that dude.
Wow.
People hate that dude.
And he's like, come on, guys. I'm just trying to walk down to
So
Starbucks, get me a latte.
The idea that he's trying to like make going into space a big thing, and you know, like you get up there and it like and it changes you and whatever. Like nobody buys what Jeff Bezos is saying, and they hate him more than any other billionaire. Like he's the most hated out of all of them, out of the Bill Gates and the Elon Musk and the Richard Bransons and all that stuff. Like Bezos is 100% above and beyond the very, very, very top of the hated billionaires.
Hey, Jeff, do you feel bad when your Amazon workers die in the warehouse sometimes?
Hey, Jeff, nice lazy eye. I wish money could fix that.
What did she say? Nice lazy eye? Yeah. I wish money could fix that.
I don't know if you, okay. I don't know if you can make fun of somebody for something that, you know, that they can't help, right?
No,
like, that's
never.
Not nice.
Never.
That's not
Can you play it one more time for me, please?
Oh, sure.
Hey, Jeff, do you feel bad when your Amazon workers die in the warehouse sometimes?
Hey, Jeff, nice lazy eye. I wish money could fix that.
But I'll tell you,
wait,
you know what I love? I love that they, without question, this is what I love about that clip. They are such an in-sync couple that I don't know if Catherine and I would be able to pull a troll job together that quickly as a united front.
Yeah, they have the routine down pat.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So there was a petition on change.org yesterday to not allow Jeff Bezos to return to Earth.
Just leave him in space?
Yeah, 165,000 people signed it too.
Wow.
So he went up into space in the giant wiener-shaped rocket, which
on purpose, right?
Had to have been on purpose. Now, I want to know, do you think he designed his rocket to look like a giant wiener, or do you think that was a troll job from the very beginning from the people that were designing his rocket?
I think troll job. He saw the designs, but it was like way too late to change.
Right.
And then he was like, I guess.
Or maybe it's one of those things that maybe he didn't even notice because it's like, I don't know. But he went up into space in it was a wiener, like on all the parts too. Like even the below parts. Like it had.
What movie was it? Oh, wasn't it Austin Powers?
Yes, Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil.
Yes.
He went into space in a wiener spaceship.
Yes. That's why people were calling him Dr. Evil. And Jeff Bezos came back down to Earth and had this to say when asked about the journey.
I want to thank every Amazon employee and every Amazon customer because you guys paid for all of this. So seriously, for every Amazon customer out there and every Amazon employee, thank you from the bottom of my heart very much. It's very appreciated.
Have you ever heard somebody miss the mark so much with a statement after doing something than he did with that sitting there in his cowboy hat?
Don't be saying that, bruh.
Right? I think that Jeff Bezos, and when you get to, and you don't even have to be that rich because there's certain people that, and I've worked with people like this, I've had bosses like this before and coworkers like this, where their lack of self-awareness is shocking.
Yeah.
Where they don't understand how other people see them. And it's wild. I think that Jeff Bezos legitimately thinks that people are happy for him that he went up into space.
You think he doesn't know that there are people out there who absolutely hate him?
No, I think he does. I just don't think it matters to him. Like, it doesn't register. Like, to say that, to thank your employees, where we've heard nothing over the years other than how poorly those, you can't go to the toilet when you're working in an Amazon warehouse.
Yeah, pee in a bottle.
You know, and the customers, and you guys paid for this. Like, I think that he thinks that people are genuinely delighted that he got to fulfill some sort of billionaire boyhood dream of his. It's wild to me.
Yeah.
With his cowboy hat.
Looking like an idiot.
The cowboy hat made it funny.
And your penis rocket ship.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
How you doing, Roz?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. But really, how are you?
What do you mean? No, I'm miserable. My girls are away. You know that.
So what have you been
oh, God.
filling your days with? And nights, really?
Like, so Catherine's parents live on the West Coast. They live in BC.
Yeah.
And then the girls every now and then, because they haven't been able to fly out there for like 2 years. So
Yeah,
they go
that
out,
sucks.
they want to see them. They're having a great time.
That's nice.
But I love that they get to go and have adventures, and they get to see, Catherine gets to see her parents, and Rox gets to see her grandparents, and Catherine loves it out there. Like, ugh. And then she comes home and doesn't stop talking about it for 2 weeks. And I'm like, ugh, enough already.
Wow, supportive.
I know it's pretty. I know the weather's great. Okay, I get it.
You just
right?
finished talking about
I know.
how miserable it is.
No. When they're gone.
When they're gone.
Yeah.
But then to hear their adventures when they come back.
No. I would like hearing about their adventures,
Yeah.
right? If they're involved, that's great.
Yeah.
What I don't like hearing is I can't do a week and a half of how beautiful Victoria is, right? I get it. I know it's beautiful. Been there. It's awesome. It's wonderful. Let's move on. But I don't do anything when they're gone. That's my problem, right? Is that I don't do any. I sit on the couch in the same spot, and I looked out the back window yesterday for probably about 35 minutes.
At what?
Squirrels.
So you were a cat?
Yeah, or like birds, or the tree, the house behind me.
So you were a cat for 30 minutes?
Yeah, there's a guy who lives behind me, and every now and then he keeps throwing like a jug of water off the deck, and I can't figure out what's in that jug of water. I don't know if he has a leak inside, or maybe his toilet doesn't work, but every now and then he just I just see an arm fling out a jug of water over the deck. That's what I thought. I don't know. So I thought about that for like a good 40 minutes yesterday.
But I tried calling you five times. You didn't answer.
I didn't want to talk to you.
He was looking outside.
I know, but you had nothing to do.
You had nothing to say.
You don't know that.
I did, because I actually got a hold of you, and the conversation was 6 seconds long.
So then answer it the first time.
I don't want to talk to you. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Then tell me that now.
How many
Bruh. For 10 years.
Okay.
10 plus.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you.
Right. I don't want to talk to you.
I knew you were home alone. I thought that if I called...
I don't need you to play that role in my life.
I was concerned.
I don't know. You were not concerned at all. You
Wait,
weren't
so back
concerned
to
at
this
all.
guy that was throwing the jug of
Thank
water.
you.
Right?
Yes. How did Maurie make a guy throwing water off his deck, mysterious jugs of water off his deck that could possibly be pee, all about him? That's what I want to know. That's the real mystery here. No, but it's jugs. And I don't mean like I don't mean like a coffee mug. I mean like it's a sizable jug.
Like a milk
2
jug.
liters?
Like, no, maybe
Or a
1
liter?
liter
A
with
liter?
a handle on it, like a plastic jug. And I don't see him. I only see his arm like extend
Out the window?
because
Out the
the deck
door?
is the second floor of the house, right? And so I only see he goes outside,
Does
but
he
it's
toss it
blocked.
or pours it over?
Oh, tosses it. Like water comes like spraying out. So I don't know whether he has, I was so fascinated by this.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he has a leak in his house that this jug just keeps filling. Or if his toilet doesn't work.
Bong water.
Or if that's a lot of bong water though, man. Like every couple hours, you're burning through a liter of bong water. He wouldn't be able to stand.
That must be some good bud.
Yeah, I don't mean, or bong water. I don't know.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
So the Olympic sex beds are the only thing everybody's talking about. I mean,
what?
The Olympic sex beds. So
What's that?
these games are a mess.
New competition?
These Tokyo games are a mess. So already 4 athletes have tested positive in the village for coronavirus.
Oh, and they're just like not going to cancel.
There was
whatsoever.
a member of the U.S. women's gymnastics team who they didn't identify. There was somebody on the Czech team, and then 2 South African soccer players were the first athletes inside Olympic Village to test positive for COVID-19.
no.
Games open on Friday, by the way. But the story was that because of the pressure to adhere to strict social distancing rules, that the Olympic organizers created anti-sex beds, because we know historically that athletes village, like Hope Solo has said that that's all, like there's just so much going on. And ever since
every 4 years,
ever
you're
since
like, what's up again?
Ever since 1988, they've handed out like 100,000 condoms at the games, right? So the story was that these beds they've created were anti-sex beds.
I don't get it.
Okay, so the story was that they're made of cardboard, so they can be recycled. They only support the weight of one person, and it breaks in any sudden movement. So they're these tiny little single beds, white, and they're made out of recycled cardboard boxes.
Yeah.
So there's a frame, and then there's like a mattress on the top of it. And the story was
Like
that
a regular mattress?
like a thin, it's a thin mattress, but the tech on the mattress is apparently incredible. But they're cardboard beds. And then the story was that these beds were designed with a flaw, and that is if more than one person is on the bed, that it collapses into itself to avoid shenanigans.
Did they say what the max weight is?
Okay, so that was the story, but also like as if the most athletic people in the world could not figure out a way to do it outside of a bed, right? Like who are you trying to kid? So what happened was that got out, and then people then had to start saying, no, you can actually have sex in the beds we made. So we know that these are like these games in Tokyo, they want them to be the greenest games ever. So that's why all of the recycled cardboard beds, right? But the manufacturers have already been forced to reassure the athletes that there is no risk of them collapsing if they are used for any sort of reason other than sleeping. They can withstand 440 pounds is what they say.
All right, there
and
you
then
go.
so Irish gymnast Rhys McClanahan did a video where he was like jumping up and down on his bed. Listen to this.
In today's episode of Fake News at the Olympic Games, the beds are meant to be anti-sex. They're made out of cardboard, yes, but apparently they're meant to break at any sudden movements. It's fake news.
Okay, it's fake news.
This guy, you know why he's really putting this out there?
Yeah.
He's putting it out there to the other athletes that he wants to hook up with. Be like, look, it's safe for us.
So Airweave is the manufacturer of the beds, and they can apparently withstand 440 pounds, and they say they've already been through rigorous testing.
What kind of testing?
They say as long as they stick to 2 people in a bed, they should be strong enough to support the load. Quote unquote.
This is so ridiculous.
Quote unquote. Now, despite all the warnings, the Olympic Committee is still planning on handing out 160,000 condoms. But organizers say, quote, the distributed condoms are not meant to be used at the Olympic Village. Instead, they say that the condoms should be brought back by the athletes to their respective home countries to help them support the campaign to raise awareness for HIV and AIDS. Now, athletes will, by the way, be allowed, this is my favorite rule.
Whoa.
Athletes will be allowed to bring alcohol into the village, but only be allowed to consume alcohol if they're alone in their room.
Oh, come on. Please. Alone on your cardboard bed?
Alone on your cardboard
Sipping
bed.
on a bottle of goose?
That's it. Will allow you to drink, but you have to drink alone.
Come on.
On your cardboard bed with a pile of condoms.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
24-year-old Boady Santavy is on hold right now in Tokyo right now. Too.
Yeah, he's a weightlifter for Canada. He's going to crush it, and so much going on with the Olympics right now with the restrictions and COVID and the anti-sex beds. This is a big guy. This ain't he's not a gymnast, right? This is a big dude.
Yeah, he's like 200 plus. Yo, Boady, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
What up, man? It's Roz and Mocha. How are you?
I'm doing very good. How about yourself?
Good, buddy. Go Canada, go!
Yes, sir.
Where are you right now?
know.
Where are you right now?
I am outside.
Outside of what?
The water, the rings, my building.
Oh, wow. Yo, how those anti-sex
yes,
beds, man? The cardboard beds.
They're not, I mean, they're cardboard beds. You could probably imagine. They're not too bad, but some memory foam would be nice.
How much?
But they're not.
Because when we all started hearing about this, the beds made out of cardboard, it wasn't the gymnasts we worried about. It was guys like you. Like, how much do you weigh?
Okay, me, I'm about 211.
Yeah.
211 pounds, and but I'm fine. But there's guys, I know guys who are like 300 plus easy. Some guys like 400 probably. So
Oof.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how they work out for them.
Oof. And
that's of course of 2 weeks on cardboard. Damn, son.
So what are the rules like? Because I'm just curious because when the Olympics start, we always get a sense of the athletes' village once the athletes start, filing in. I remember this so well with Russia. And so what has it been like now that you've been there for a little while? Like, what are you shocked with? What are you impressed with?
A lot of the COVID rules and protocols or whatever it's very strict. I think I think coming into the village for the first time is the toughest part, because now that I've been here for a few days, I've gone training. It seems to me like after coming into the village, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
But they're definitely very strict on things with COVID here. Like everywhere, I've never sanitized my hands so much in my life. I feel like my skin's going to be starting to peel off after these Olympics. Everywhere you go, sanitizer everywhere.
Did they give you your box of condoms and tell you you're not allowed to use them?
So I went to get physio, and I was sitting in the chair and I looked down on my right, and I actually seen a box of them, and they're like, it seemed to me like they were hidden in a corner. And I think that was that had to be purposely done, because it was pretty dark in that spot, and like beside a chair and behind.
No, it's like Easter eggs. You got to go hunting for them if you need them.
They're like, we ran out, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, I took it I looked twice at it. I'm like, okay, I see you. I was in there today, and they're moved again behind like a desk where like you can't really reach.
Because they caught you looking, bro. Boady Santavy is on the Roz and Mocha Show right now in Tokyo for the Olympics. You're competing in weightlifting. What is the vibe like over there right now? Because you hear so many stories about the protests happening of people trying to cancel the Olympics, or the push to cancel the Olympics. Like, what's your conversation like with some of the other athletes? What's going on over there?
You know what? The Olympic vibe is unreal, man. To me, it feels like it's obviously the Olympics, so it's a lot better than other games, but it's still a similar feeling. But I'd say a similar feeling times 10. I know that the Japanese volunteers are amazing, and I've been in Japan before in 2017, so I've seen how nice and respectful the Japanese people are, and it seems to me like they're still. I heard about the protests and stuff, but it feels regular in here. Just a little bit of extra rules. That's all.
How much does, when you do your thing, when you're lifting competitively, how much do you thrive off the energy in the room, and what are your feelings on not having a crowd to sort of perform to?
The crowd is definitely a huge help. Personally, I'm able to overcome any situation when it comes to lifting on the platform on competition day. No matter what, I'll be focused. I have certain weights in my mind. There'll still be some people in the crowd. It won't be fans, it'll be because you're allowed to watch your own sport, so I'll have other weightlifters there.
So, Boady, competing in weightlifting, representing Team Canada at the Olympics, who are you sizing up? Which is the country that you're keeping an eye on? Who are the dudes, the other competitors that you're looking to and like you are just focused on right now?
So my main competitors is Qatar, Georgia, and a guy from Belarus.
Ooh.
Wow.
My problem with no fans at the Olympics is there's so many events at the Olympics that I don't fully understand. And when I watch it, the crowd lets me know when somebody's done something good.
Or bad.
Right? Or bad.
Yeah.
Like when I watch gymnastics, I can look at somebody's routine and go, my God, that's flawless. But then they start, and I'm like, what'd they do? What'd they do? Because
that's very true.
the crowd lets you know when you don't fully understand, right? And I don't know. I'm going to have to, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to figure out.
I agree with that 100%. I've never thought about it like that, but that's so true.
Hey, Boady,
Yep.
we appreciate your time. Thank you so much for making time for us with the big time difference on the Roz and Mocha Show.
Not a problem.
And all the best to you. Go Canada, go. And real quick, what is like your hype song? What's the track you listen to before you get out there and represent for the country when you're in competition mode?
I listen to some pretty aggressive music, but actually sometimes I like to listen to, I don't know if it's instrumentals or like soundtracks, music with no singing in it. Like, okay, a good example would be some songs from the movie 300, where they got no singing. It's like they're
Yes. All right.
Like my number one favorite is called Marathon from the second 300 movie that was made, and it gets me real amped up. Like I'm getting ready for battle.
Wow.
Okay, so if we see you with your AirPods in or your headphones on, whatever, and you're vibing out, then it's probably something of that nature.
Yep, for
Dope.
sure.
Go awesome, Canada, go. Boady, Santavy, thank you so much for joining us on the Roz and Mocha Show.
Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it, guys.
You're
Take
the
care,
best.
brother.
Good luck,
man.
Thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Opening ceremonies for the Olympics happen on Friday. It's always my favorite thing, man. You know what I love about the opening ceremonies? I know that this is going to be like a subdued year.
Mm-hmm.
Is that when they march in all the countries. Hey, Damnit, Maurie, come in here for a second, my love. When they march in all the countries, they always tell you who's next, right?
Oh, okay.
And I'll sit on the phone with a couple buddies of mine, and we try.
You have buddies?
I have one buddy. I sit on the phone with a buddy of mine. Don't make me feel bad, okay?
Sorry.
I sit on the phone with a buddy of mine.
Is it your mom?
And we try and guess the population of the country that is up next.
Oh, great game.
Right? Because this goes on for hours.
Yeah.
Like for hours. And I'm always blown away by how large and how small some countries are, not things.
Do they bring the countries out in alphabetical order, or do they switch it up?
No, I believe
Just
they
random.
do. Yeah, I think they do. Okay, so let's start easy here. Let's start
do I need
easy.
my glasses?
Why? What for?
Oh, I don't to think. Okay.
Do you need your glasses to think? That is a question only you can answer, my man. I can't answer that one for you. Canada.
Oh, right here. Okay.
Correct, right here.
Yeah, right here. Right here. Yeah.
Okay.
Under your feet.
Okay. 6 million.
6 million?
Too high.
What about how many people, when you drive back into the city and you see the sign for Toronto, right?
Yeah. Isn't it like, okay, so like Ontario's 2 million.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, hold me.
Sure.
Okay.
Did you say help me?
No.
Oh.
That's not how the game works.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9 million.
9 million. 37,742,000.
Oh my God.
Have you even just following the COVID?
But I've driven down the road here and there's not many people sometimes.
But more, even just following COVID over the last, you're hearing numbers every day of how many Canadians have been vaccinated. And then they'll say 50%. Like, you can do the math just by
Do you think everybody got vaccinated 10 times?
32 million.
Right. Okay. Australia.
Okay. Australia is bigger, so I'm going to go with 33 million.
25,499,000. These are all as of 2021, by the way. So these are fairly up to date. Okay, Maurie. So here we go. Israel, Maurie.
Oh, my people.
Israel.
My people, smaller.
Yes.
Okay. 15 million.
8,655,000.
Oh.
Why do you sound so disappointed in that?
Yeah. Because there should be more.
Okay, sure, there should be more. Oh, here we go. Jamaica.
Okay.
Here we go. Jamaica.
All right.
Come on. one.
Okay.
What is the population of Jamaica?
Jamaica is 17 million.
Wow. No, 2.9.
2.9.
2.9. Tiny little island, more. Tiny little island. Very, very small. Oh, Peru. Do you even know where Peru is? Or do you want me to skip Peru and go to Poland?
No. First answer where Peru is.
Okay.
Peru.
Yes.
Is okay, so it starts with a P.
Okay. Anyway, let's go to. We're not gonna get Peru. We're not even gonna get close to Peru. Poland. Here we go.
Poland is 7 million.
7 million. 37 million.
How is there more? Okay, that doesn't make any sense.
How is there more people where?
There than others.
Then what? Than Jamaica?
Exactly. Yeah. Russia. More in Russia.
Russia's a busy place.
Russia is a busy place.
Okay, 54 million.
145 million.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that actually is pretty shocking.
That is. Okay, Japan. Host country, Japan.
Okay, Japan, 117 million.
Japan, 126 million.
Okay,
very
all right,
good.
just throwing stuff at the wall.
Okay, China.
133 million.
Say again?
133 million.
I'm trying to do the math here of how much you're off by. It's over $1 billion.
What?
Okay, you're off by over $1 billion. 1,439,323,000. Yeah.
You could take some of them and put them in Jamaica and even things out.
You're gonna take what? You're gonna take 1 billion Chinese and put them in Jamaica on that tiny little island? And what? Everybody just stands shoulder to shoulder like a crowded elevator?
The island doesn't stretch out and get bigger. Like the land doesn't expand.
Like out of all the places you said you could put, you could have said Canada where there's tons of land.
Yeah.
You could have said Russia where there's tons of land. You want to take 1 billion people and put them in Jamaica?
Just to sort of spread things out a little bit.
Jeez, man. Finally, before we go, United States of America, Maury. How many people are in the good old U.S. of A?
Okay, 400 million.
400 million. 331 million.
Makes you think how many people are on Earth.
How many people are on Earth?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So people are awful. I've known that my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So Caitlin Bristow,
I love Caitlin.
who's an absolute angel, she went on social the other night and was upset. She was going through a thing. She missed her family and her fiance wasn't around. And she posted this video.
I used to put on Family Guy to cheer me up if I was ever sad. And now I just find it stupid. Anyways, it's so hard sometimes being away. I haven't been back to Canada in 2 years. I was FaceTiming my dad today, and I'm just I'm feeling so lonely. And obviously Jason left, and he is having family time, and I was supposed to be there, and I couldn't because of work stuff, and I'm just missing them, and I miss the dogs, and I'm just having a moment. And I need a show to cheer me up, a movie, a series, something. I've already watched Ted Lasso, so anything that cheers people up, because I'm just missing so many people and dogs right now. Damn it.
Aw,
So people started going in on her.
Going in? Why?
Yeah, so here's the problem, and this is what. So Caitlin responded, and her latest post was this. She said, "I shouldn't have even asked for movie recommendations because then that forces me to go into my DMs, and then I see things like people saying, 'Have some dignity, pull it together, stop crying, privileged problems.'" She's like, and then I'm like, "Oh yeah, I forgot. That's what I got in my DMs." So, so instead of these sort of outpouring of, "Hey, we
Here's
got
some
you.
recommendations.
Here's some recommendations.
Cheer you
Well,
up, brighten up your day.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that poor girl.
You already saw Ted Lasso. Well, what about this one? But it's not. When you go into your DMs, that's what lives in the DMs, is all that
poor
stuff.
girl.
So yeah, Caitlin.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
What's going on?
Oh,
how's everybody today?
Good. I'm rewatching Sex Life.
What?
Yeah.
But you hated that
I
show.
just finished it and I hated it.
Why?
And now Catherine's watching it because she was out west with her parents.
Yeah.
The whole week when I was alone, when I just watched Sex Life all by myself.
I know Dan and Maurie loved Sex Life on Netflix.
But
I know
did you-
Shem said
did you
that
love it, though?
Like, what's there to love about
No, but it's okay for a show to be bad, but still enjoy it. Like, it's okay for something to not be good and still enjoy it.
You're really passionate about this topic, huh?
He really is.
No,
Yeah,
because
like a little,
it frustrates me
too
that you
passionate,
don't like
I would
it.
say.
It frustrates me that you just can't like it.
You know what frustrates me? That
Yeah.
you don't know how to say frustrate and you say frustrate.
It frustrates. Yeah.
I know Shem watched it and hated himself for watching it.
I did.
And then, Roz, you started watching it and said, like, immediate regret. But you still watched the entire thing.
No. I regret very few things. Believe me, if I'm going to start making a list of things I regret, sex life is on the list, way down the list.
Okay.
What's number one on the list?
I just thought it's an awful show. Like, it's such a poorly written, conceived show. And where I start doubting my own time management and what I'm doing with my life is when I get involved in something like sex life, where I have to suspend so much disbelief in order to just get through a single episode of something, but then I allow myself to do that. Like, you have to accept the inconceivable when you're watching sex life in order to get through it. And that bothers me when I have to do that.
So why are you watching it again?
Because Catherine hasn't seen it and I want to watch her reactions. We just watched episode 3 last night. Yeah.
The scene that I watched the other
Yes,
day.
yes, we did.
What'd she say?
It was a fantastic reaction.
Why didn't you film it?
What do you mean?
You should have went. You could have gone viral.
Like, what am I gonna like creep her and like film her when she's not watching?
Yes.
What'd she say? What was her reaction?
Like a normal reaction, but she just hates those two guys so much that the reaction was nothing positive.
Yeah.
Right? Like, she hates everything about Brad. She hates that his bangs are the only blonde part of his entire head.
It's called streaks. People have them. They're called streaks.
Nobody has streaks anymore, Maury.
Yeah.
Okay, she hates that he has dumb blonde bangs, and she thinks that the husband is more of a construct of, like, if you inputted everything into a computer and said, make me a douche, that he would be the thing that came out
Like
the
an
other end.
alternate version of Weird Science.
Yes, exactly, right? Like, make me the worst that you got, and then the husband would come out of that.
See, this is the
right?
first show in a long time where I actually was yelling at the TV.
Yeah, because it's bad.
No, yelling like
bad.
Like, oh my God. Like, I sat up and was like yelling at the screen. That's how into the show I was.
Right. Yeah. And
Wow,
like,
Shem just like refuses to talk about this whatsoever.
I can't do it, man. And I've watched a lot of trash TV like that. That might as well be in my bio, but like it was so bad.
Yeah. But we all finished it though, right?
Yeah. Is there going to be another
Do you want another season of that? I can't do another season of that. Also, you know what else
But you
really
will do another
You know what
season
else
of
really
it?
bothered me
Tell
is
me.
when the main character Billy, when she's did you notice that when she's writing in
But
her
I noticed I didn't watch.
Oh, that's
I just
right.
watched that one scene with Brad and
That's
his
all.
Brad.
That's right. That's all you
That's
know.
the only thing I
Wait, hold
saw.
on. Did you watch episode 7, The Party?
Yeah. That was
He watched the
so
whole thing.
stupid. It was so stupid. Anyway, the dumbest thing that bothered me the most, like, it's the little things in that show that bothered me the most, right? Did you notice that when she writes, like, in her journal, like, she writes one sentence at a time? There's not one paragraph ever showed. Or there was like the idea that she would even connect 3 sentences into one thought is non-existent in the show. She writes in like an 18 font, which nobody does.
But
right? And then
okay.
everything is one sentence at a time.
To be fair, she's kind of busy. You've seen the show.
But also,
She's
she
busy.
learned,
Every time she sits down, a kid goes missing.
she learned that from Sex and the City. Carrie Bradshaw only did one sentence at a time.
It's so stupid. Anyway, Mocha, you should get on this, man. It's
Yeah,
real
it's-
good. Yeah,
it sounds
do it
great,
you should do it
guys.
as a family, you and your wife.
How have you not watched that with Jenna?
No, I'm good. I'm good,
No,
guys.
guys don't want to watch that with their wife.
And
Maury.
film the reaction.
No, stop it. No.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good with no sex life.
Yeah. Watch it alone. Then.
TV
You're
show,
good
I
with
mean.
no sex
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. Watch it alone then. Watch it alone.
I'm not watching it alone.
Oh, that's super weird, huh? I guess.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
24 is my 24, 25 is like my ideal,
Really?
absolute perfect weather day. Yeah. Like I love when it's hot and humid, but in and around 24 degrees with a tiny, tiny little breeze. Oh, man.
24, too cold.
Too cold?
Too cold.
No way. I think that's perfect.
Really? My perfect is 28.
Good one. Okay.
28.
And humid or
Yes.
just straight up 28?
28 with like half the humidity that makes your clothes stick to your body.
Even on the
I
days
love
that
the
we
humidity.
get,
I
Me
love the
too.
humidity.
Even on the days where we get like it feels like 40 degrees outside.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I like sweating.
Mm-hmm.
I like being wet. I like my hair getting frizzy.
I just like
That's what
the
a flat
humidity.
iron's for.
I just love being in the heat.
Yeah.
And just being outside.
Yeah. I
The
like.
best.
You don't like sweating though? I love sweating.
Not really.
I woke up soaked this morning. Catherine, my girls are back, by the way. I love them. I miss them so much. And I felt so bad because I've been sleeping alone for a week.
Do you still sleep on your side? You do, right?
Yeah, I still sleep. I don't like, I sleep. When I sleep right on the edge. Like if Catherine decided to kill me, she could take one finger and push it in the middle of my back and not even use very much effort, and I would fall off and crack my head on the nightstand.
Oh, wow.
Like I'm right on the very edge. I sleep on my side.
You need to switch your sleeping position.
Right on the very, very edge of the
Move
bed.
that table.
Yeah.
Move that side table.
Yeah, like right on the very edge of the bed.
Yeah.
And even when Catherine's not there, I sleep right on the very, very, very edge of the bed. But the weird thing is when I go to a hotel, if I'm traveling and I'm alone, when I'm alone, I mean, when I'm not traveling with her. But when I'm traveling, the weird thing is when I travel, when I'm alone, when I go into a hotel, I sleep on her side.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you sleep in the middle and just like sprawl out.
I sleep.
Have you ever tried that at home?
Don't like it.
No, but like even this past, week or whatever, when Catherine and Roxy were away,
Yeah.
you had the house to yourself.
Yeah.
Did you just to try it because
No.
you hadn't tried it in a while, just
No.
lay right in the middle of the bed and just like spread out just to see what it feels like?
No, I know I don't like it.
Like starfish right out?
No, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't sleep very comfortable, right? Like my sleep position and where I am, like right on the edge of the bed, it's not the most comfortable place to be. And I prefer it that way. Like I don't jump into a bed and go, and like sink myself in. I jump into bed, scooch myself over to right before I'm about to fall off. And then I go, okay, let's do it. And I close my eyes and I fall asleep. Like
And then you don't move at all, huh?
I don't move at all. I wake up in the same position that I fell asleep in every single morning. My arm is the same way. My legs are the same way. Everything. I do not
There's
move.
zero movement?
Zero.
That's crazy.
Zero movement. Yeah.
Do you ever wake up like in the middle of the night when you're sleeping?
No. If I have to pee.
No, but when you wake up, you're always in the same position.
Always.
And then you lay back down in the same position.
Yep. Wow. Yep. I'm like,
way.
I'm like a newborn. Like you find me where you leave me,
Yeah.
right? Like I don't move. Like I don't. Yeah. Like I'm in like it's like when you swaddle a baby in like a burrito, and like you could go for dinner and come back. It's a terrible parenting move, but you could. The baby's not going to go anywhere, right? that's me every single morning when I wake up.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Cynthia, how are you? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. What's on your mind today?
So I've stopped letting my son see his dad. So I'm wondering if I'm a horrible person for that.
Wow. You wrote us this. Roz and Mocha fixed my life. So I'm divorced and have won full custody of my 14-year-old son, Ethan, since February 2021. But I've let him see his dad up until now. The dad doesn't do anything with him, and he also doesn't pay child support. So I'm not allowing my son to go anymore. Am I being a terrible person? How long have you not been with the dad, or have you ever been with the dad?
4 years now. I haven't been with him.
Okay.
And in that time, has your son been going to see his dad?
Yeah, I've been letting him go see his dad since then.
How does he feel? Because 14's a weird age. He's not a kid who's one day going to say, I got to go and build some sort of relationship with my dad, right? Where then you maybe have to cover up all your lies or confess some things that you told him that weren't true. 14 is an age where he's fully aware of what's going on. So what are his thoughts on this?
His thoughts, like, he doesn't even want to go at all. He's like, Dad doesn't do anything. I don't want to go there anymore. Because I've been letting him go, like, 1 week yes, 1 week no. So he goes Friday, comes back on a Friday.
Oh,
okay.
So is he okay with it then, that he doesn't have to go kick it with his dad, that like doesn't want to do anything anyway?
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to go. So I'm like, okay. But I felt like, I don't want to be a horrible person.
Yeah, but
my son's like, forget it.
But is your son's dad like now calling you or texting you or asking you or even asking him to hang out, or like why the son's not going over there?
No, like now he doesn't even know I won full custody yet.
Oh.
So
he doesn't even know any of that yet.
When you say, am I a horrible person, are you, I took that at the beginning of, are you asking if you're a horrible person towards your son? But are you asking if you're a horrible person towards your ex?
No, it's more like to my son.
But
I really don't care
But your
about
son,
what my ex
but
thinks.
your son doesn't want to see him.
I just feel like, am I taking him away from the dad? Like, is he going to grow up and get upset? But since he said, I don't want to go, it's his decision, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's 14, right?
Yeah.
And still a child. Like, I'm not going to say 14, you're grown. But, you know, at 14, you know what it feels like to be in an uncomfortable situation. And maybe, and I think maybe the conversation that you have to have with your son is he may want you to make this decision on his behalf, right? It may be easier for him. Like if he doesn't want to see his dad, it may be easier for him to say, Mom won't let me, as opposed to, I don't want to see you. Like he may want you to take the lead on this and sort of take it all and take it all on you. So I would have that conversation with him. Like I'd like sit down, and it's not just about, you know, he's bored and he doesn't do anything, but you know, you have to get down to the relationship stuff and how he feels about his father, how he feels, what looks good to him. Like what looks good, like is a weekend, like maybe they don't just go and hang out when they're bored, but instead they try and build something where when they do get together, it's based around doing something. Mm-hmm. So it's building memories. Right. It's not just sitting around on the couch, you know, ignoring each other. Like if they're going to see each other, maybe, you know, talk to your ex and say, you guys got to do stuff. We're not doing the week to week anymore because frankly, he doesn't want to, and I don't want him here. He comes back and he's miserable. So what we're going to do is let's rework something out. Let's figure out something for you guys to do when you do see each other.
But like, make sure that your son is going to be okay with that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, I've been trying. I told my ex that too, and he doesn't care. He's a hard person to talk to.
Yeah,
like,
but what does your son
hard.
say? Like, if you were to suggest, like, rather than spending a week there, maybe you spend a weekend instead, and as Roz said, like, make it an event, make it, like, plan something. Like, the two of them need to plan something together. Like, you think your son would be into that, or is he just, like, flat out not wanting to see his father?
He's flat out now, like, I don't want to go.
Okay, well, there you go.
There you go. Problem solved.
Then you take care of it for him. Then you take care of it for him.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Easy. There you go, Cynthia.
Okay, thanks so much, guys.
Right.
Keep killing it out there, okay? We love you.
But you also, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, okay?
Yeah.
Is you also can't deny a man the right to see his son just because the man's boring.
Right. No, I understand.
Right.
But it
like,
sounds to us like we asked you, and you said like he's not even reaching out to find out like when he can see his son
He's
again.
not.
Right?
He's not reaching out at all.
Right.
Like
but,
at all. Like my son's like
you still have to be a bridge builder, though. Okay. Like that's the thing is that you in your position, unfortunately, is the mom in all this. You have to be the one that maintains healthy relationships for everyone involved. You can't start shutting people out of everybody's lives. I understand. You have to try and make something work that's healthy and beneficial for everybody involved.
Yeah, and I've tried telling him, I'm like, you know why? You go out with your girlfriend and your girlfriend's son. Why don't you take your son with you? Yeah. Like, why don't you all four do something?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. So what happens in that case? He leaves your son at home?
He does. He's like, oh, Ethan doesn't want to go. I'm like, okay, since Ethan was 11, he doesn't make those decisions.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's still young. You take him, and that's it.
Yeah, but you can't cut people out. You have to find something that works for everybody.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right. Love you, Cynthia. Take care.
Love you guys. Bye. Take care.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show, Allison.
Hi.
Family drama, huh?
A little bit, yeah.
What's going on?
I'm tired of being wrapped up in my sister's drama with her husband.
You're tired of being wrapped up in your sister's drama with your husband. Yeah, you wrote this. Roz and Mocha Fix My Life. My sister and brother-in-law are parents to twin boys about to turn 3. My brother-in-law recently started confiding in me about how unsupported he is feeling and how he feels sad for the twins and that my sister doesn't give them the love and care that they're looking for from her. He says he gets angry and impatient quickly and just disconnects and leaves them with him. I've been trying to be supportive and also engage in more conversations with my sister to see how she's feeling and doing. She hasn't mentioned any of this to me. I've told him that I don't feel right being in the middle and that it might be better for him to get help first if he's been feeling this overwhelmed. I'm trying to stay out of it, but also want to help. What do I do?
I think it's good that you told your brother-in-law or that you recognize and try to say to him, suggest to him that he got some additional help or help from somewhere somewhere else? Because there's definitely more that's happening with your sister that maybe she's not sharing with you, or she's not even sharing with him. That's what I get from this.
Exactly. That's kind of exactly where I feel, and I also just think I don't want my sister to feel like I may have betrayed her or talking behind her back. So that's kind of my main concern, why I'm trying to stay as diplomatic as possible.
Has she always felt like, the boys are going to be 3, you said. So in the 3 years leading up to your brother-in-law talking to you about all this stuff, has she always been disconnected?
No, not really.
But do we know that your sister isn't unaware that she may be going through depression or still in the kind of grips of postpartum?
I don't know how to bring it up to kind of confirm that. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to talk to her more and kind of find time to maybe see them more, but I don't know. So it seems like I don't want to bring it up to confirm it from her side of the story. I'm only hearing part of it.
She may not even know, though, is what I'm saying. A lot of times a lot of times the person suffering is completely unaware that they're even suffering.
Yeah, they don't know how to recognize the behavior.
You'll notice it often before they will. They know the feelings. They know that sometimes feeling that way is irrational, and even though it's irrational and the reasons may not be real, the feeling is. And that's sort of what you have to get to the bottom to. I don't think that there's anything wrong with you not sort of breaking the confidence that you have with the brother-in-law, and I don't think there's anything wrong with you going to your sister saying the things that you've noticed.
Right.
Do you know if your brother-in-law had that straight up conversation with your sister about it and about what he's recognized in her?
I think they have. But from my brother-in-law's perspective, I that's what I'm trying to remind him to. I feel like he's always thinking from the kid's perspective and not from her perspective.
Yeah. I don't think that there's anything wrong with the brother. First of all, your brother has to be compassionate, right? In a situation like this, especially when there's little kids involved and you're dealing with a mom who's had twins and you're noticing some serious signs. Your brother-in-law cannot react with frustration. Your brother-in-law can only act with compassion. And I think that's what you have to relay to him. Even though he wants to be frustrated and he wants to be
He's probably overwhelmed, right?
Yell and why aren't you being a great mom and the kids aren't getting what they want from you. These are all signs. And I think that you need to tell your brother-in-law and the rest of the family that this is not a flaw and that you need to go at this with absolute compassion. And I think that your brother and your brother-in-law and your sister need to sit down and talk to somebody and at least start out that way, where they book an appointment and they go and they talk to somebody at a couple, and then maybe she can start to realize and chip away at what the issues may be, or then she can maybe go talk to somebody on her own. But I think that they need to do it as a couple. She can't get through this on his own, and he's not going to solve it on his own. Whatever they do, they got to do as a couple, and then you guys got to do as a family.
So should I try to talk to them about it?
Talk to him.
I would definitely talk to him. Relay all of this information directly to him, because I think this is a conversation that he needs to bring up with her. Not you. Yeah. Don't involve you just yet.
You can. You can as her sister, but don't say, don't make it a conspiracy. Don't say me and your husband have been talking. If you're going to talk to your sister, you have to say, I've noticed.
Because of COVID and everything, I haven't spent as much time with them.
Yeah.
So but you have seen her or you've talked to her, right? So there would be opportunity for you to recognize that there's been some change, right?
Very fair. I mean, it's been...
Could also be a problem in their marriage.
Yeah.
She could also have regret. There's a lot of different things, but the step one is to go at this with compassion, and he needs to get him and your sister in a room with somebody who can help them through this.
Okay. I can do that.
Yeah. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome. Thank you for reaching
really
out.
Helpful.
You got it.
Have a great day, Allison.
You too. Thanks, guys.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
One of my biggest purchase fails, I guess, would be the drone that I bought years ago.
Why? Didn't work, or you didn't know how to fly it, or you didn't?
No, it's amazing. I love it.
You just never
One of the DJI Mavic Pros.
Yeah.
Because
What's that
I
cost
got
you?
it
What's that
on
cost?
sale. It was like $1,600.
Oh,
that I got it for, and that was on sale. And like 2 months later, they changed the rules on flying a drone. Before it was like, you can just get a drone and fly it anywhere, right?
Right.
And then they started introducing these rules, and now you need a license to fly a drone.
Yeah.
And you can only fly it at certain times of the day and only in certain areas. And you have to have markings around your landing.
Yeah.
And if you get caught, you get charged, right? So right now, and now they have other drones that for weight requirement and like size.
So you don't have to do all that.
So you don't have
stuff.
to do that.
Circumvent all those rules.
Right?
They
So
made the
have
drone
these-
smaller.
Exactly. So they have these new ones that are amazing. But I'm not going to go and buy it because what if, right?
And you can't unload the old one because nobody wants one of the older,
No.
bigger ones because then you got to go through all the hoops.
So all I do now with this failed drone purchase is I go flying around in my backyard. I can't even go that high.
And that's it, huh?
And that's it, right? This 56-year-old guy in Japan was arrested for flying his drone while, and this is illegal in Japan, like a bunch of other places all over the States, right? While under the influence. He had drank 8 beers between 7 a.m. and noon. And
that's 5 hours. That's not that bad. You could be sober enough to drive a drone.
And, well, here's
by
the thing,
noon?
though. He was cleaning his place.
Yeah.
Found the drone that he forgot he had, decided to take it up for a whirl, and crash it into like a neighbor's house, like through the window and stuff. So because of that, he was charged. They haven't said exactly what he's like dollar amount, how much he's going to have to pay. But out there in Japan, offenders could face a fine of up to $2,700.
You ever been so drunk that you wanted to clean your place? No.
Never.
Never. I've never started drinking and then went, you know what I'm going to do?
Yeah, the place is a mess.
The
I'm gonna
kitchen.
clean.
I've never done that.
I know. You come up with like other dumb things to do.
Yeah,
Not
like I'd fly my drone.
Like not responsible things.
No, like I'd fly my. Like I'd have a couple drinks and fly my drone. I've had a couple drinks and busted out the BB gun before.
Yeah.
I've had a couple drinks and put the target in the backyard and grabbed the bow and arrow. I've had a couple drinks and decided to dig a giant hole.
Yeah.
I've had a couple drinks and decided to paint something. I've had a couple
You ever
drinks.
have a couple of drinks and then just like start ordering stuff online like crazy?
I do that without a couple of drinks though.
Oh, okay.
Like just that's all the time. But
I
I've
find
never
I do that more when I drink.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like I'll just whip up my phone and I'll start going through like things.
You order
that I've-
stuff on your phone? I've never ordered
Yeah.
anything. I shouldn't say that. I bought a pair of sunglasses last week on my phone. I've never used Amazon on my phone. I've never logged into Amazon on my phone.
Really?
I like the computer.
Oh,
I like to
okay.
sit there with a drink.
Yeah.
Open it up. I like the full screen. I like to scroll.
Yeah.
I like to go back. I email myself. I
like to look at reviews in big font?
Oh, huge font. Massive font. But I can't do any of that after 8 p.m. because I've realized that is now my cutoff for when my eyes actually crap out on me because they're so bad that after 8 p.m. I can't read anything from everything that I've read all day.
Are you
Yeah, I
serious?
can't. Nothing.
8 o'clock is
Nothing.
your cutoff
8
time?
o'clock is my cutoff.
Who am I to say anything? 8 o'clock I'm in
Right.
bed. So.
Also, 8 o'clock is when I probably had the most to drink.
Oh.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
My God. We're having way too much fun on this podcast, Roz.
I know. Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, man.
Let's do the news.
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
On the Talking Sopranos podcast.
Oh, yes.
With Michael Imperioli and Bobby Sharipia.
By the way, Michael Imperioli.
Yeah.
Christopher.
Sharipa, rather. Sorry.
He's Tony Soprano's nephew.
Yes.
And Bobby is
Sharipa. Yeah.
Bobby Bacala.
There you go. Anyway, Ricky Gervais was on the podcast. He was their guest.
Yeah.
And Ricky Gervais, of course, created The Office in the UK, and then they adopted it for NBC in the States. That's where we all fell in love with Michael Scott.
Of course.
And then when Steve Carell left, they were all throwing around ideas on who could come in and sort of sit in that chair.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the story which Ricky Gervais had never heard about how much HBO did not want James Gandolfini to do The Office.
You know, they talked about having Gandolfini at one point.
Before James Spader and after Carell, they offered Jim, I want to say $4 million to play him for the season, and HBO paid him $3 million not to do it. That's a fact.
Hold on. So James Gandolfini made $3 million to not do The Office.
Correct. Now, there's two sort of different theories as to why. One, some people seem to think that it's because HBO wanted to sort of keep the legacy pure of The Sopranos.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that Gandolfini already had that deal to produce the Night Of for HBO.
Night Of.
Before,
Oh my God.
Before,
With Riz Ahmed.
before he passed away.
Such a good
so
show.
he already had that. So he already had that deal. And so, The Office, NBC offered Gandolfini $4 million for one season, and HBO paid Gandolfini $3 million to not do it. Can you believe that?
Cheat code right there.
Right?
Holy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Lamar Odom sitting down doing an interview, and they start getting into, and can you help me out with this? Because I don't remember what the details were. So
You don't remember. I vaguely remember.
Okay, so
I will try my absolute best to explain to you exactly what went down.
So Khloe Kardashian posted something on Instagram.
Bikini photo.
Okay. Lamar Odom, Khloe Kardashian's ex-husband?
Correct.
Okay. Then they split. He went through a real bad thing at a brothel, almost died, came back to life.
Yes.
Tristan Thompson, Khloe's husband?
Ex, soon to be. They're not
baby
together.
daddy.
Baby daddy, yeah.
After Lamar.
Oh, like way after.
Okay. So Khloe posts a picture on Instagram.
Bikini
photo. Lamar Odom then commented on that photo.
He said hottie.
Hottie.
With like a couple of emojis.
Okay.
Followed.
And then what happened? Tristan Thompson saw that comment and then wrote
He wrote something
along
to
the lines
effect of God brought you back once. Like, you don't want this smoke type joint.
Right.
Something
Okay.
like that, yeah.
Okay.
But it was to the effect like God brought you back once. Like, don't play with me.
Right. Okay. So wild, man. It's so wild. But is she even with Tristan Thompson?
No, they broke up.
Oh, but he thinks that, okay, I'm trying to understand the details of this. Anyway, Lamar Odom sitting down talking about that exchange that they had on Khloe's Instagram page.
The other day I read on the news that you made a lovely comment on one of Khloe's Instagram pictures, and Tristan responded with saying something nasty. And you've been handling the situation like a total gentleman, but I'm sure there is a turmoil in you. How did you manage to handle everything so calmly?
But he don't really know me, so, I really, what did Jesus say? God forgive them for what they not know, right? So he don't really know me. It's like, that could have really turned ugly.
You're the one who's not letting that turn into an ugly situation.
No. Yeah, because he's a black man. He's in the NBA, so we're fraternity brothers at the end of the day, right? So, I'll just leave it there. He made a mistake by saying that. Well, he's stupid. I'm not going to say he's stupid, but he don't know me.
Well, you already did.
He's stupid. I'm not going to say he's stupid, but he's stupid.
The exact wording from Tristan Thompson.
Thank you.
That he said to Lamar Odom publicly on Khloe's IG was, God brought you back the first time. Play if you want. Different results.
Oh, God.
Y'all some grown-ass men. Come on, guys. Fighting like that on IG comments.
Right? Yeah, Lamar just needs to not, huh?
Play if you want. Different results.
Oh, God.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The Palme d'Or was handed out at the Cannes Film Festival over the weekend. The Palme d'Or. It's the big grand prize, the Palme d'Or.
Oh.
And
is that one word or two?
The Palme d'Or? It's
It sounds like you're saying palm, like P-A-L-M, and then door, D-O-O-R.
It's P-A-L-M-E space D' capital O small R.
Palme d'Or.
Yeah, the Palme. No, that's not Italian. It's French.
It sounds like a dish.
Palme d'Or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hi, can I take your order? Yeah, I have one order of the Parmadore.
Yeah. So anyway, we talked last week about Titan, which was this bonkers film that was at the Cannes Film Festival. Titan was the follow-up to the 2016 movie called Raw. Raw was about a vegetarian who tastes meat for the first time and then develops a craving for human flesh. Titan tells the story, this is the one that won the Palme d'Or. Titan tells the story of a young woman who has sex with cars, killing without care, and pretends to be a boy despite being pregnant by a vintage Cadillac.
All right.
Okay.
Classic.
Classic joint, right? Classic film.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Palme d'Or, the grand prize at the Cannes Film Festival, went to Titan, went to this movie about the girl who has sex with cars. Because I guess she got like a titanium plate put in her head at some point.
Okay.
And then the titanium plate gives her an affinity for metal. And then so she spends her life like murdering and making love to vehicles. If that makes
So
sense.
did she give birth in the movie?
In any sort of way? I don't know. I didn't see it.
Oh.
However, a lot of people did, and it won the grand prize. Now, when it comes to the grand prize, the Cannes Film Festival, they assemble a jury, and the jury is all like really highfalutin, huge names in show business and film and everything else. Spike Lee was the jury foreman this year, the jury president. And at their big giant awards ceremony, like every other awards ceremony, you give out the Palme d'Or, the final award of the night. You give it out last. You build the anticipation. You go through all the acting categories and everything else. This was the very beginning of the night, okay? Keep in mind, the very beginning of the night. This is what Spike Lee did at the very beginning of the night when he opened up an envelope.
Film that won the Palme d'Or is Titan.
Wait, no!
Le film qui a reçu la Palme d'Or.
Oh no, he spoiled it.
Yeah. So Spike Lee sitting there stands up. I guess he's just supposed to say a couple of words. Hey, welcome everybody to the ceremony. Lovely to have you here. I'm the jury foreman. These are all my other fellow judges, everything else. And then so even though he announced it, the filmmakers don't walk up on the stage. So they save it. And then way later on, he's on the stage with Sharon Stone and says this.
You're ready?
I'm ready.
It's now?
Yes.
Okay. The Palme d'Or, Titan.
Yay, nobody knew.
All right.
But he did apologize, so here is Spike Lee's apology.
Messed up. Simple as that. And I was very specific to speak to the people of Titan and tell them that I apologize. They said forget about it, Spike. So that means a lot to me.
Wow, he messed up. He messed up bad. Bad.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Camila Cabello taking to social media to spread some body positivity. Listen to this.
I was just running in the park, minding my own business, trying to be fit, trying to keep it healthy, and I'm wearing a top that shows my belly, and I wasn't tucking it in. Because I was running and existing like a normal person that doesn't tuck it in all the time. And I was like, damn. But then I reminded myself, being at war with your body is so last season. I am grateful for this body that lets me do what I need to do. We are real women with curves and cellulite and stretch marks and fat, and we gotta own that baby. Giving him something he can feel.
You go, girl.
And I'm looking at a picture of them from over the weekend of Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes hugging up in a park. They're both.
Were they running together?
No. Well, yeah. It looks like they're both wearing workout gear. I don't know. I guess. I mean, yeah. It looks like they might have just been jogging together or doing something together. There was a woman that I saw on Twitter the other day whose name was, the account is Camila Mendes.
Oh, wow.
And she went on Twitter to just say, I would like to let everybody know that this is not a Camila Cabello, Shawn Mendes fan account. Because I guess that her name is Camila Mendes. Spelled the exact same way. This woman who owns this Twitter account, there's a person in the world on Twitter whose name is Camila Mendes.
And not associated
and
with
not
Camila Cabello or
at
Shawn
all.
Mendes. Or
At all.
that world.
At all.
Gotcha.
You're fine, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Could you imagine? You know, you're living your life. You got a great life. Camila Mendes, working, social media, got a little following, everything's good.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden these two hook up and you're ruined.
Yeah, because people think
like
you're the president of the fan club of that relationship fan club.
Right?
Oh, man, that sucks.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Britney Spears really changing up her social media. So Britney's social media for a long time has been her talking about fairy tales and her dancing clips and not a lot about her life for the conservatorship. She used the Free Britney hashtag for the first time just last week. And this time she posted a meme that simply read, "Take me as I am or kiss my butt, eat crap, and step on Lego."
Oh, damn.
And then what she wrote was, she really goes at her sister in this one. She wrote this, "For those of you who choose to criticize my dancing videos, look, I'm not going to be performing on any stages anytime soon with my dad handling what I wear, say, and think." She added, "I don't like that my sister showed up at an awards show and performed my songs to remixes. My so-called support system hurt me deeply." She's talking about the Disney Radio Awards from 2017. Britney goes on to say, "This conservatorship killed my dreams. So all I have is hope, and hope is the only thing in this world that is very hard to kill, yet people still try." She signed off with, "If you don't want to see my precious ass dancing in my living room, or it's not up to your standards, go read an effing book."
Oh, damn.
So yeah, so
now we're getting
now
the
we're-
real Britney.
Yeah.
Telling us how she really
you
feels.
I mean, maybe it's not even. I don't even know.
You don't know what to believe anymore?
I don't know what to believe anymore.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Prince Harry is set to write a, quote, intimate and heartfelt memoir about his life.
You're a writer, Harry.
The book is set to be released next year and will share the definitive account of his experiences, adventures, losses, and life lessons. This according to Penguin Random House Publishing. Prince Harry said, "I'm writing this not as the prince I was born, but as the man I have become. My hope is that in my telling my story, I can help show that no matter where you come from, we have more in common than we think." No confirmed reports about what his advance was. However, the Daily Mail is reporting that it could be somewhere in the 20 million range.
Just for the advance?
Yeah. But then you got to make that before you start.
No, of course.
But yeah,
20 mil.
so yeah.
Well, they got to make money now that they're out of the
which
family,
would
right?
be one of the biggest ever. I've also heard reports that whatever he makes off it is going to go to charity.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. According
Does he
to,
have I guess he's got savings, right? Like he has his own money?
No, they cut him off financially, but they got that Netflix deal and they got the Spotify deals, and
so all this money that they're living off of is like obviously post royal family,
his
but
male
stuff
grooming products and all that other
But you don't think that at Christmas, like grandma puts like a 10 or a 20 in the greeting card?
No, absolutely not.
No,
They don't even get an
there's-
e-card.
No, nothing. You when you get it, you're not one of those little animated elves anymore.
No,
it's everybody else,
Mhm.
right?
I love
It's
that.
it's all the other people in your stupid family.
Yeah, you're out of it.
Yeah, you're out, man. You're done. But yeah, it's a huge payday, and yeah, according to reports that the proceeds will be going to charity. So there is that.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Before we get to Carey Price, let's talk about Luke Prokop. Luke Prokop, the third-round pick of the Nashville Predators in the 2020 draft, is now the first active player under an NHL contract to come out as gay. This is Luke.
Hi, everyone. While the past year and a half has been crazy, it has also given me the chance to find my true self. I'm no longer scared to hide who I am. Today, I'm proud to publicly tell everyone that I'm gay. I came home from Calgary after my season ended because of COVID. I was lying in bed one night, just deleted a dating app for the 4th or 5th time, and I was just extremely frustrated because I couldn't be my true authentic self. And in that moment I said, enough's enough. I'm accepting who I am. I want to live the way I want to, and I'm going to accept myself as a gay man.
There you go. Maury?
I think this is fantastic. I hope that him coming out doesn't affect anything for his career in
Right.
hockey. I hope that this is just absolutely
Yeah.
amazing for him.
Yeah, I think we all feel that way.
Yeah.
How old is he? He's young, right?
Oh yeah, quite young.
Yeah. Carey Price, the big story with Price this week. A couple things. One, he could miss significant time next season, whether it's a hip injury or knee injury, or even if it is an injury, who knows? But he opted to leave himself unprotected in the expansion draft that goes down tomorrow with the Seattle Kraken.
Still don't know how I feel about that name.
No? I think you'll get used to it.
I guess.
I'm already used to it. The Kraken.
Release the Kraken.
Yeah. We talked to Carey Price last week before any of this stuff went down. He was doing a real great project with Amazon Canada where they teamed up with Carey and his wife Angela to surprise a local hometown hero, a woman named Heather Sim, who is a lead volunteer with the Breakfast Club of Canada. If you want to see any of that video, they gave her like a beautiful house makeover, everything else. You can check that out at amazon.ca/hometown heroes. But when we talked to Carey, he was out west, sort of spending time with family, and wondered what his little one, his 5-year-old, like what does the 5-year-old say to you when you come home finally after having come just so close to winning the Stanley Cup?
She was disappointed. She's she's aware of what's going on. She always said, "Dad, let's go get that cup."
You're such a kind soul, and that has never been up for debate. Everything you've done out west with the Fires, but is there a part of you, being as good of a person as you are, that enjoys just a little bit the amount that you have pissed off Toronto Maple Leaf fans?
Oh yeah.
Yo, why you have to say that, man? We've been having, the past 5 minutes, we've been having a moment here with Carey Price.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
But I need to know if you love it. I need to know if you love it, because you have to understand, single-handedly, you are responsible for breaking not hearts but souls.
Hey man, I got a lot of love for the Six. I've spent a lot of time there over the last few years. I was able to win a World Cup there. Seems like we spent a lot of time there being in the bubble, and summertime Toronto is a really nice place to be. But when it comes to hockey, man, it's a whole different story.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, is Lil Nas X in court, or did that happen, or was that all a lie?
Oh, no, it's part of a skit that he put together where he's just playing off of Nike suing him.
Right. But there was no court date.
No. He was put, there was a video on YouTube, and it's brilliantly done, by the way. And Lil Nas X is a friggin' comedian. He's so funny. He plays so many different roles in the video. He plays a lawyer, obviously the defendant. He plays one of the jurors. He plays the judge.
Yeah.
And then one other person. But he is so funny.
Okay.
How this guy doesn't have, he could probably be in a movie or make an appearance in a movie or...
Yeah.
He is really, really funny.
Yeah.
But it's all a promotional piece for a new song that he's releasing on Friday called Industry Baby.
Same Kanye Day he's releasing it?
Yeah. And here's the thing, though. Here's the kicker. Kanye produced this song.
Really?
Yeah. This new Lil Nas X song. Because it's in this video that he released yesterday.
Baby bet, ayy, couple racks, ayy, couple Grammys on him, couple plaques, ayy, that's a fact, ayy, throw it back, ayy, and this one is for the champion, ain't lost since I began,
So, new Lil Nas X song called Industry Baby, produced by Kanye West, drops on Friday.
What do you think of that track?
I like it.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm a fan of his.
I'm a fan of his. I don't like that track.
No, not at all. Oh, I do.
I mean, that's just a clip. But see, Lil Nas X to me does what I feel so much is what is missing in hip hop, which is Lil Nas X still puts a big chorus in his songs, right? Where I always feel that that's one thing that I find lacking seriously is like a big chorus in a lot of.
Let me play a little bit more for you. Let's
okay.
see. So I guess this is like the big hook in the song.
Yeah.
What do you think now?
I like it better than anything from Kanye I've heard in the past 5 years.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah.
Produced by Kanye. That's Lil Nas X. Jack Harlow is also a guest artist on the song. It's called Industry Baby, and it comes out on Friday.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Was Aquaman, did he have blonde streaks? Did Jason Momoa have blonde streaks in that first Aquaman movie? Or was it because I remember he had like sort of blonde streaks, right? No?
Sure,
Am I wrong
I'm
about
gonna say
that? Maybe. One of those movies he seemed more blonde. Well, because he's back in London now getting ready to shoot Aquaman and put this up on social.
I am finally in England, and I'm going to start Aquaman 2 tomorrow. This is the last day of the brown. I'm going to be a blonde. Supposedly I have more fun. I don't know about that. We'll test it out. And also, I just want to say thank you for the massive support for the Harley line. I think it's doing really well, and I just wanted to say thank you for the support. It's a 118-year-old company. Everything's made in America, and I'm really excited they let me put a little bit of my Hawaiian roots into it. So I love you, Harley. Here we come, Aquaman 2. Yeah.
Yes. So he did have
blonde streaks, right?
Blonde in his hair.
Yes, right. Yeah, thank you. So I think that's what he's doing. But everybody's like, the way that you read this story now is that he's going like full blonde. Like, remember how Aquaman was like real blonde?
Yeah.
From the cartoons?
Yeah. No, this ain't it.
I don't think they're doing that to him,
No.
Right? No, they're going to go back to the streaks, like
Yes,
what
yeah.
he
Like
had.
what we know from like the first Aquaman and from Justice League.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Blonde streaks?
Yeah.
I think you should.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like Brad from Sex Life?
Bro, you love that show. So you
the
talk
tip?
about that show
Just the tips?
so much.
Just the tips?
But would you keep the gray too?
What do you mean?
Like it would be the normal color, gray and blonde?
What gray?
Okay.
Yeah, why not? I'll go three-tone, baby.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I think blonde would look good on you.
Yeah, no, you're not. You're lying right now. The way that your face just went right
What?
now,
No, I'm
that means
serious.
you're
You
lying.
looked down.
No.
I'm being
No,
serious.
no,
You
no,
looked down.
no,
No,
you
you
didn't.
didn't.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. It's when you go like this. When you go, yeah, I think you should do that. Yeah, go for it.
I'm being a supportive friend.
No, you're not.
Can you do it, please?
No, I've already been blonde. You don't have
No,
more
do it
fun.
again. Liar,
You
I don't
have more
believe
fun.
you.
Nah, you just have people telling you to touch up your roots every time you leave the house. It's a total pain in the ass.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Ryan Reynolds on the Smartless podcast. This is the podcast hosted by Jason Bateman, Sean Hayes, and Will Arnett.
Oh, that's a
Stack
great lineup.
podcast. Stack podcast. Talking about, they covered off a lot of parenting stuff, but here is Ryan talking about the love story with Blake Lively.
I met Blake on the darkest crease in the anus of the universe called Green Lantern. We were friends and buddies, and then about a year and a half later, we actually went out on a double date, but we were dating separate people. And we hung out, and we always kind of kept in touch, but sort of casually. And then next thing you know, she was going to Boston, I was going to Boston, so I was like, well, I'll ride with you. We got on the train and rode together, and then begging her to sleep with me.
So you're friends, then you start dating. How long were you guys like, this is it, this is the real deal?
Honestly, it was kind of one of those silly sort of like out of a fairy tale. I was like a week later, I was like, we should buy a house together.
Wow.
I know, and we did.
Damn.
So
a week later.
Yeah. So here's the thing is that when he tells that story, he says, we went out on a double date that she was dating someone else and I was dating someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And they went out on a double date. And then she was doing a movie in Boston and he was doing a movie in Boston. Now, had they both broken up with those other people they were with, do you think? Or was there crossover happening with their relationships? Because if you look up to see who Blake Lively was with before Ryan Reynolds,
who is she with?
The only name that comes up is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, no.
That's who she was linked with shortly before she hooked up with Ryan Reynolds.
So
I'm
was
sure there
she
could have been
still-
somebody else. This could have been years before. Like,
Sure.
we don't know the timelines.
Like, was she still with Leo when she went on that trip to Boston?
Like, I don't know when the dinner happened, the double date, compared to when they hooked up. It could have been 3 years.
Yeah.
Right? And then they just kept in touch over the years.
Could have been 3 months.
It could have been 3 months. It could have been 3 weeks.
Could have been 3 days.
Yeah. We don't know. Could have been 3 a.m. that night. Right? We don't know.
Roz and Mocha Q&A.
Z-Chun Mo, what's up? Welcome back to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, how are you?
Good, man. What's going on with you?
Not too much,
living the life.
All right. It sounds like you're like half whisper speaking to us. Are you not supposed to be on the phone right now? Or you just don't want anyone to know that you're talking to us?
No. I thought I was talking in a normal voice. Is this better?
Yeah, way better.
It sounds like you're trying to be a little bit sexy.
Oh, no.
You're not still
No.
You're not still laying in bed, are you?
No. I got up a little bit ago.
Okay. Shirt on or off right now?
Oh, hey now.
Shirt on. I had a few meetings come up.
Oh, okay.
Pants on or pants off?
On, of course.
Oh.
Even though you say
of course, bro. Even though you say of course.
Of course would mean off.
You're sounding a little flirty right now, dude.
What's your question?
Well, so this came up between my girlfriend and I, but we essentially were talking and we were saying, what's normal? Changing your underwear before you go to bed at night or first thing in the morning when you get up?
What do you mean?
I think the most shocking thing right now about your question, Z, is that you're asking whether or not people wear underwear to bed. Please don't tell me that you wear underwear when you're sleeping.
I wear boxers when I go to bed. I think that's the most comfortable.
Okay, repeat your question again, because I have questions. Go ahead.
Okay. So what's considered normal?
Okay.
Changing underwear before you go to bed at night or when you wake up in the morning?
So are you talking about you have underpants on all day and then you take your clothes off, leave your underpants on and get into bed? Or are you and the other thing or you have underpants on all day, you get completely nude before bed, then you put clean underpants on to go to bed. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
But if you put new underpants on before bed, what happens to those underpants in the morning? Do you wear them to work?
Yeah.
Oh.
So which one are you? You put on new underpants before going to bed? Like you put on your new boxers before going to bed?
Yeah, I do that because I also shower at night. So
so you don't shower in the morning?
No, I don't. So it'd be like shower at night, or even if I don't shower on a certain day, I'll still change and then go to bed and clean underwear and then wake up and then just go.
Oh, wow. So
I even feel dirty if I shower at night and get out of bed in the morning. Like I feel dirty from sleeping.
You're talking about feeling dirty more, but you wear the same underpants for 5 days in a row.
Yeah, but I'm used to that.
But do you sleep in those underpants?
No, I no, only pajama bottoms. Like it's skin pajama bottoms. And then you.
So you, Maurie.
Like you as in the world.
Thank you. So you get undressed for bed, you take your underpants, and you do what with them? You fold them up and you put them where?
Fold. No, I crunch them up and put them in the washroom for the next day.
So you stick them in the bathroom?
Yeah.
And then you get in your PJs, you go to bed, you wake up, you walk into the bathroom, and you put yesterday's underpants on.
Yes. And my shoes are in there. Everything I need's in the bathroom.
Okay.
Your shoes in the bathroom?
Yeah. Yes.
Why? You wear the exact same shoes every single day.
Well, that way I don't have to open the closet door where the shoes are. That way I'm
Why
super quiet.
by the front door?
If Maurie ever goes missing, the cops are going to wonder if you fell down the toilet. They're going to call a plumber instead of a detective.
Yeah, why don't you just take your shoes and leave them right at the front door?
Because the dog runs around with my shoes.
Right.
So I have to
you have to lock all your stuff up in the bathroom.
That's right.
Geez, I would say that for me, like if I ever do fall asleep in underpants, which I don't normally, but if I do, I would say that they would be the same underpants that I would have worn that day because it's just like because
dirt's dirt.
Yeah, I don't know. But then I wake up and I change them. But I've never gone to bed and put clean underpants on and then wore them the next day, regardless of whether I showered at night or not. Like I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could. I sweat so much.
I'm new undies when I wake up.
Yeah.
Tell me if you guys think this is weird.
Okay.
And I'll have you answer this, Z Chun Mo, as well. Okay. A big day yesterday, and I was outside all day, sweating like crazy, and then grilling on the barbecue, so I just smelled like barbecue, right? So before I go to bed, I take a shower.
Okay.
Full shower, wash my hair and everything.
Yeah.
Go to sleep.
Yeah.
6 hours later, I wake up and I shower again.
No, that's
to
normal.
come into work.
That's normal. If you've barbecued and everything, you don't want your sheets to smell dirty. But then you sleep, you wake up.
No, but even though I showered like fresh,
after that,
and then hopped into bed, and then
then
when I
you
woke
wake
up
up,
6 hours later, I showered again.
That seems completely normal to me.
Yeah.
I would never do that.
You never would.
Never would do that.
Showering the night before.
And again in the morning?
Yeah.
Who has time for that?
Oh, well, I did.
The world?
What, showering right before bed and then again when you wake up in the morning?
It takes 10 minutes.
Nobody does that.
I just feel
Nobody does
I do all the
that.
time.
Tell me if this is weird.
Yes.
Okay, my husband
Yes,
wear
yes.
My husband will wear his underwear all day.
Yeah.
Change into new underwear for bed.
Okay.
Get up, change again into new underwear for the next day.
Right.
When Matthew sleeps, does he just wearing underwear or does he wear underwear plus pajama pants?
Underwear and gym shorts.
Wow.
Really?
He doesn't find that too tight or sweaty?
No, it's awesome. Because in the middle of the
It's
night,
awesome.
if it's too...
Yeah, right. He's
In the
just
middle
trying
of-
to keep you out, bro.
In the middle of the night, if it's too hot, then he could take his gym shorts off and then he still has something on.
Wow. Also 2 layers of protection.
Yeah.
From you. I couldn't.
so true.
They're
I
my
couldn't-
gym shorts. Is that something?
No. I couldn't imagine wearing that many layers to
Yeah,
bed.
it
Like,
sounds
that's too many
uncomfortable.
layers. I fell asleep in a robe one night, and I woke up, thought somebody strangling me. Like, I was all tied up in it, and like it didn't. Nothing
it's
made
dangerous,
sense.
dangerous, bro.
It's dangerous. I don't like sleeping and stuff. Sometimes if I feel like my shoulder's gonna get cold, I'll like sleep in a t-shirt, but I usually wind up taking it off like 10 minutes after I lie down because I just start getting
Yeah,
getting
you
real
run hot.
I run hot, yeah. But no, the idea of like underpants and shorts in the bed,
Yeah,
to me
no
that
thanks.
seems too much.
Uh-huh.
What
Way
do you?
too much.
So you're just underpants, right, man?
Exactly. No, shorts would be too much. It'd be like only when I'm sick or something like that. I'm
Now-
not feeling well.
Now, do you have? Do you live alone?
Yeah.
You do.
Well,
huh?
I live at home.
Oh, you live at home. Yeah, I think maybe that might have something to do with it. I don't remember. Did you ever sleep? I don't know if I fully started sleeping naked while I still lived at home.
No, I never did. Never.
No.
I'd be
Uh-uh,
too
I couldn't
worried
do
the
it.
fire alarm would go off and you don't have enough time to put something on.
No, I mean like when you lived with your dad.
Oh, I still lived in an apartment. I'd be worried that the fire alarm would
But
go
you
off.
weren't worried that your dad would like come into the room and stuff like that, or
No,
I
he
was always.
he sometimes slept naked.
How do you know that?
Because I would see.
See what?
Like if he walked to the shower or something. Like, is that weird? I was young. Whatever.
No, it's not weird. It's not being nude is not. It's not a weird thing. I would never say that being naked is a weird thing. But I think that when you're a parent, you don't realize that when you walk out of that bedroom nude when your son is 6, that 40 years later it's still going to be traumatic enough for him to tell the story on the radio.
Oh, because I also know that I didn't get everything from my dad.
Hey,
I-
Frank,
I-
there you go, bro. There you go.
Have you ever talked to him about that?
What, him being...
No, but the fact that he is and you're not? Have you ever had that conversation with
God,
him?
no.
No?
No.
Maybe he's got like a trick or something.
What, like a machine?
I don't know. I don't know.
Pump?
Maybe it's like something that he just didn't. Maybe it's like some sort of trick that his dad passed down to him, but he didn't want to pass it down to you.
Oh, no.
I don't know. Like some sort of technique or something, right?
Is
maybe,
it too late?
Maybe that's what he does in the shower. You don't know.
Yo, Z Chunmo, always a pleasure talking to you. That was a great question. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thank you guys so
Take
much.
care, brother.
Have a good one, eh? Bye.
Michelle Cristello Piziazza asks, what is your favorite holiday meal? For me, Christmas is my favorite holiday season, but Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday meal.
See, it's really confusing when you are up here when you're in Canada, because to me, like, what is the difference between the Christmas meal and the Thanksgiving
They're the
meal
exact same
here?
to me.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
Right?
I agree. I find Christmas and Thanksgiving, at least for us, like in
Yeah,
our house,
yeah.
it's pretty much the same
The
meal.
only difference is the crackers with the thing you put on your head.
Thank you. Yeah, with the
With the
crown and
crowns,
everything.
yeah.
Because our Thanksgiving is in October, right? So you have months before you get to Christmas and you don't feel like you've had too much turkey, right?
Yeah.
But in the States, their big sort of turkey meal is Thanksgiving.
And then like 5 weeks later, it's Christmas.
But they don't do that at Christmas. I know so many people in the States where the big Thanksgiving stuffing, mash, mac and cheese and all that stuff happens at Thanksgiving and not at Christmas.
Then what do they eat at Christmas?
Sometimes they'll eat, like, people like to do a Christmas ham.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like sometimes that kind of thing. But like they don't double up. They don't do turkey on Thanksgiving and then turkey again on Christmas.
I was just going to say that I can't have ham at my Christmas dinner because I'm Jewish, but the whole thing doesn't make sense.
You can't have Christmas dinner at your Christmas
Exactly.
dinner. But yeah, are there any other, I guess that's really it, where you associate a specific dish with a holiday, right?
Yeah.
There's no other.
Like even at Easter, do you guys do
one.
anything at Easter, like during that long weekend?
Easter for me is just completely dependent
Well,
on the weather.
Yeah.
Rosh Hashanah, we have a roast.
Is that a thing? You guys always do a roast at Rosh Hashanah?
Always do a roast at Rosh
Always,
Hashanah. So I mean,
but is that
yeah.
a thing that Jews do, or is that a thing that just your family does?
No,
Is
a
that
lot of Jews will do a roast.
Yeah?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And what do you have with it?
Oh, potatoes, all kinds, whatever other
Like all the
sides and
sides.
stuff
Yorkshire
like that.
pudding. You ever have Yorkshire pudding?
Oh, but we call Jewish bread pudding something else. I can't remember the name right now.
What's
but there's
Yorkshire pudding?
Yorkshire pudding are like these little
bread pudding, right?
No. It's like like a little muffin almost,
Mhm.
and they're so soft. And when you bake them in like like cupcake trays.
Yeah.
And when you take them out, they're just so super soft. And you put it on the plate beside your roast. And the way that they bake is that there's a divot in the middle of it, and you pour gravy in the middle of that divot.
Yeah?
And then you can dip into it and then start breaking the bread apart afterwards. Like Yorkshire pudding is like, oh my God,
I remember the
they're
name.
delicious.
Potato kugel.
Potato kugel? Isn't that what you do to like strengthen your vagina muscles?
No, that's Kegels.
Kegel.
Oh, Kegel.
This is like a potato lasagna.
I gotcha. My bad. That was my bad. So like scallop potatoes almost.
Yeah, but kind of layered, but yeah.
Like scallop potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Potato kegels.
Dallas Singh. Oh, okay. Here, Dallas has two questions. Okay.
Yeah.
Shem, pay attention to this one.
Oh.
Because this question is directed more at you.
All right.
Dallas asks, "What has been Shem's least favorite song to sing in choir?"
Oh.
If you don't know, Shem is the choir director at his church.
Do you guys only do sort of contemporary hymns, or do you guys only do hymns, or do you ever do contemporary songs?
We do both.
During church?
During church.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, we
huh?
do both. We have like 6 songs that we sing throughout the service. 2 of them we sing with the rest of the congregation. Those tend to be more traditional hymns,
Mhm.
and then the other 4 are more modern day.
Do you ever do any hers?
That was unfortunate.
The disrespect.
I know, right?
Dan.
Talking to a man of God, do you ever do hers? But have you ever been asked that, like, I don't know whether you take requests or not, but has anybody ever sort of forced your hand where you felt that you were singing something that maybe was not your favorite?
Yeah, I'm not. This is gonna sound really bad. I'm not a huge fan of Amazing Grace.
Yeah.
Oh,
really?
yeah.
Huh?
It feels really depressing to
It
me.
is very depressing.
It feels like a slave hymn. I'm pretty sure that
Yeah,
it is, or isn't. I'm not really sure, but it feels like
Beautiful,
it anyway.
though. It's beautiful. But how many times can you sing Amazing Grace?
Listen, I'm so sick of that song.
Right.
So we get quite a few requests to sing that song. Oh Happy Day.
I love that one. Oh, happy day.
Is that the one?
Oh, happy day.
So you don't like that one either?
I hate that song.
Oh, damn. Is that a happy day for you?
It feels. I mean, because it's from Sister Act, right? And it just
Yeah.
feels very just it's just so I'm so used to hearing it. It just feels very typical black church. And
Right.
It just feels
But do
whack.
not some people want the typical black church experience, though?
But you know what?
Do people not enjoy that when you guys are doing it?
That's why
think
I
they
would go.
do. Yeah, but it's all about the attitude, right? It's not so much about the song. You could make, trust me, you could make Twinkle Twinkle Little Star sound like a black church hymn,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
if you
yeah.
really wanted to. And we have, and we do a great job of
Yeah.
it. But Oh Happy Day, can't stand that, and Amazing Grace.
What
Not-
about at Christmas time? You must not enjoy doing a lot of the Christmas songs.
No, you know what? I love Christmas so much, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me at all. I love all Christmas songs.
I like Patti LaBelle's Jesus, Jesus, what a wonderful world. Jesus, you know the one I'm.
Nope.
Are you even getting the words right?
No, probably not.
Probably
would,
not.
You, would you ever
Yeah.
do something like 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton?
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I'm just trying to shake it up. Yeah, I'm just trying to shake it up. I don't know. Get you out of your funk.
We love Dolly.
Jesus, Jesus.
What a wonderful world.
I've never heard that song before.
Never
Maury.
heard that.
Never.
Really?
Never
It's on
one
Patti
time.
LaBelle's Christmas record.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, never heard that before.
Probably not the words. He's probably not getting the words right.
You have to be getting Jesus right.
That's what I was going to say. I must be getting that
Because
right.
this brings me to part 2 of Dallas's question.
Oh, okay.
Is there a song that Maury can actually sing word for word?
Yes.
Oh.
Roz, you have 2 guesses. You know the song.
I'm going to say Walking in
That's
Memphis
it, yeah, baby.
is one of them.
No, but he screwed that up before.
No, but that's
Walking
the one in my
Memphis.
mind
Thank
I know
you.
all the words to.
Thank you. I'm going to say Walking in Memphis, and you think that there's another one that you can sing all the way through?
No, I was going to say you have 2 guesses to get one
Oh,
right.
Walking in Memphis by
Mark Cohen.
Right.
Or Cher.
Right. And Maury feels that he knows all the words to that song. However, Maury has consistently consistently got it wrong every single time you've tried.
How about we try a different one? What other songs do you know?
No, that's the one I know
that's
all the
the
words
only
to.
one?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
To Mark Cohen walking in Memphis?
Sure do.
Oh, I can't. I'm not allowed to look at the
No,
words.
no.
No. Oh, okay. Are you ready? Okay.
Are
Put
you?
on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues in the middle of the pouring rain.
Here's where he starts tripping over himself.
W.C. Handy, wash it down over me.
No. Wash it down.
Yeah.
You sound like my 4-year-old who's still learning words. W.C. Handy, wash it down.
Okay, so Maurie, you know the first two lines of a song.
In my defense,
you don't know.
That's how he sings whatever the word is.
But do you know what the word is, though?
I'm assuming it's watched.
W.C. Handy, won't you look down over me?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have never gotten that.
No, and you didn't.
Wash it down.
Okay, go ahead.
Wash it down over me. Yeah, I got a first class ticket, but I was a blue as a boy can be. Walking in Memphis. Do you really see the way I feel?
No. You missed two lines. Walking in Memphis was walking with my feet 10 feet
off of Beale.
Off of Beale. Walking in Memphis, but do I really feel the way I feel?
Yeah, not do you really see the way I feel?
So to answer your question, Dallas, no. No. There is not a song Maury can actually sing word for word.
No.
But I give it my best.
Not even a Madonna song or anything like that. Huh?
I didn't want to put myself out there. Like I didn't want Like I didn't want to say that and then like screw that up and then like boy oh boy I'm terrible.
Okay, yeah.
Katie says
like
here,
a virgin touched for the very first time.
Okay, keep going.
Like a virgin.
No, enough of the chorus. Go to the verse.
When my heart beats.
Go to the verse.
Next to mine, through the wilderness.
That first word was? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. So not even Madonna.
Okay.
Katie says here, when planning it, okay, so Roz, you may not be able to participate in this.
No problem.
When
I'm
planning
happy to.
a vacation, what is more important to you? The type of room, the food options, or the location?
Type of room.
No way, location first.
Matthew.
Then
Like,
type of room.
what do you mean location?
I guess wherever it is that you're going.
Oh, okay. So hold on here. Say that question again. Because I thought location, she meant location of wherever it is you're going.
Location in the
No,
city,
I
like
think
is it close to things? Yeah.
I take it as location of your destination.
No.
Location downtown. Is it next to the art museum?
Yeah. I would say location.
Oh, that's what you think?
Yeah, because she said because then she
Because she
went
goes
in with
type of room, the food, and location.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm still saying location.
So you want to be
first.
So you want to make sure that you are close to the things.
It depends
that
on where we're
you-
going, or maybe
yeah.
I want to be a little bit further away.
Fair enough.
Yeah?
Fair enough.
Like when we went to Barcelona, we stayed not in, like everyone goes to like all the big hotels, all in the main touristy section of Barcelona. Whereas we stayed, it was like a 10, 15-minute walk that our Airbnb was.
Right.
Outside of like the main kind of busy hub.
Gotcha.
Right? So
Yeah.
for us, it would be location, type of room, and then food options.
Right. I would say location as well because if I am away, the one thing I hate doing is I don't like moving around.
Yeah.
Right? I don't like walking. I don't like doing all that stuff. And for me, location is paramount. Also the room, because I've chosen to spend the rest of my life with a woman who I love dearly, but we have completely different tastes and wants and needs when it comes to traveling. Where she had to go to New York for business one time. She had to go this photography thing that she was doing. And she was like, yeah, I'm just going to stay at this place that I stayed at the last time. And I'm like, what place did you stay at the last time? And she sent me it. And this hotel in New York that she found was like $90 a night. And I don't even, I think you shared a bathroom.
What?
Right? Like it was basically a hostel. But she's like, yeah, it's totally perfect. It's in a great neighborhood. I'm like, you are not staying there.
Yeah.
Like she is fine to stay at those places. She's one of the, it doesn't matter where you sleep type of people.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
Where
you're just using it to sleep.
Yeah, I am not. I am like, do they have satellite television?
Right.
Right? Do they have, I need a chair in the room. I can't have a place in a hotel. I can't stay in a hotel room where there's just a bed. I need
I'm the
I need
same
a
way.
chair and a
No,
table.
I agree with you. If I'm staying somewhere, I need a
Yep.
place that is comfortable.
Yes.
Not out of necessity where I only need a
No.
place to sleep and shower.
No.
Right? I need to be comfortable. So
Yep.
that's basically home when you're not outside in the world.
But I can't sit on the bed. Like if I'm in a room, like if I'm in the hotel, I can't sit on the bed during the day and just like do stuff. I need a chair and a separate table, sort of off to the side, and then I'm good. Yeah.
See, I can do all
Can't
that stuff
do
in
it.
the bed. I don't,
Nope,
but
not
I
me.
like having the option of having a table or let's say a desk and a chair.
Can't eat on the bed. I can't do any of that stuff on the bed. Maury.
For me, I'm the type of person I could care less. Like when I went to New York the first time, I stayed at a place that was $80 a night with my friend Amanda, and it was like there was duct tape holding the soap thing on the shower. Like it was awful,
Ugh.
but I didn't care.
Ugh. Damn.
Matthew, on the other hand, will spend months looking at the decor of the room. What is the wall color and everything before he decides on a place.
Wall color,
the drapery, what sheets they're like. He will deep dive into the decor of a hotel room before he decides.
But you guys only ever used to stay at the Trump.
But he loved the decor in there.
Right.
So the last time we went, like it was down to two. One place had blue walls, the other place had white walls, but it had a nice wall sconce and stuff. And he's like, "What do we do?"
Do you
What
guys
we...
still secretly wish that you could stay at the Trump hotels?
1,000%. Well, no, they changed the name of it. It's now the Dominic.
Oh, right. Are they all changed now?
Oh, all
Most
well,
of
except the
them,
ones
huh?
he owns.
Right.
So the last time we went to New York, we stayed at the Dominic because it's not the Trump anymore.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's like going to Chick-fil-B. No problem now.
We order the combos from there all the time. So good. Ed Soriano asks, okay, this is so stupid, okay? Does a straw have one hole or two?
Shut up.
That's a one hole. It's a continuous hole.
It's not a hole. It's a cylinder with an opening on either end.
Yeah.
No,
so
but
two
if you
holes.
had to say one or two holes, it's one hole.
No, it's two.
I say it's two holes.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I say it's one hole, enter from either end.
Okay. Tobin says here, why is it when referring to people not wearing shirts, we say a man is shirtless and a woman is topless, but not the other way around?
Well, because that's a clothing thing, right? Like you would never look at a guy and go, "Oh my God, I love your top." Right? You know what I mean? Like you would never say that.
Hey,
but
it's a real nice top. Where'd you get it from?
Yeah, like you don't do that. But women's clothing has historically, and in that world of sort of fashion and retail, top is a very understood term to mean a short shirt in the women's section. But no man, like men don't wear top. Like if you looked at me and went, "Oh my God, I love that top,"
No,
I'd be
never.
like, "What the hell did I put on today?"
You accidentally grabbed one of Catherine's
Yeah,
shirts.
it'd be weird. It'd be weird if you said that.
Damn, Maury?
No, I think Roz literally got. There's only one answer to that. Literally, that's it.
Yeah, because I think that it is, and I don't know whether top and shirt are specifically like gendered because it's not. They're two completely
No, but
different
it
words.
goes in history. A woman would wear a top.
Yeah, and I don't know why. I don't know the history behind that, but I
Because
think
the
that
top
that's,
of a skirt, like the top. And
you
the
don't
bottom.
know, Maury. You don't know. You don't know.
Yeah, but I'm caressing my chin.
No, I know. You don't know.
Okay, Melanie Casey, we'll end on this one. Says here, if you didn't know your age, how old do you think you'd be?
Oh, good one.
That's a great question, right? If you didn't know your age, how old do you think you'd be?
Here we go. Watch this, Maury.
Oh, easily
29.
29.
And I'll always ask me in 10 years. 29.
29.
There's no way, dude. There is absolutely no
like
way.
if I got bonked on the head, right? Or
Yeah.
got run over by a Dickie D or something, right? Like, and I had amnesia and I woke up and I looked in the mirror. And
Where
I
would you be that you get run over by a Dickie D?
I don't know.
That's such a random thing to say.
I don't know.
Okay,
But
and then you woke up.
Yeah, but let's say I woke up, right? And I woke up and I'm in the hospital. I have no ID, nothing, like amnesia.
Yeah.
And if I went into the bathroom, I still think the same way that I do. But if I looked at myself in the mirror and somebody came to me and said, do you know your name? And I'd be like, no. And they'd be like, do you remember how old you are? If I looked in the mirror, I would probably say a couple of years older than what I am.
I would have agreed.
Shut up, Maurie.
Oh my God.
No, but when you didn't have the beard, I would have said younger.
Right. When have you ever known me to not have a beard? Like
Years
years ago.
Yeah.
But I was younger years ago.
That's the thing. Yo, you got a lot of growing up to do there, 29-year-old.
Yeah, man. Good thing it's not too late for you, Maury. 29. No, but I would probably say around because my face isn't old. Like I don't have wrinkles.
Yeah.
And I don't have hard looking face skin.
And you don't have there's no bags under your eyes.
No, I'm not baggy. Thanks, Maury. Yeah.
Yo, you know how to really throw around the compliment, huh?
Yeah, he's got to try and get close any way he can.
And you have no ear hair.
I have no ear hair. No. I still have all my hair.
Yeah,
right.
that is true, and it's long now.
And it's long.
Can you ponytail that hair yet?
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah, I did the other day.
Like man bun it.
No, why would I man bun it?
It's a ponytail.
Ponytails are way cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Ponytail
Oh my
that.
God! Please do that from now on.
Why?
Oh, Maury,
Ew, Maury.
you're so weird, man.
Yeah, don't sexualize my pony. Okay. Anyway, how old would you say you would be, Mocha?
Closer to my actual age, so like 32.
Yeah, shut up.
Find us on Instagram.
Roz didn't say his
I would
answer.
say around the same age.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Every week we'll post on Instagram, Ask Roz and Mocha. It's at Kiss925, by the way. That is where we get these questions from. So be as creative as you want. We've got some great questions this week. So thank you to everyone for submitting your questions. This has been the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.